Hello, everyone. My name is Ozmourn. I hope y'all are having a wonderful, wonderful night. Welcome back to the GDQ Hotfix. If you're just joining us for the first time, this particular show is called the Scenic Route. The Scenic Route is all about runs that are glitchless, no major glitches types of runs. Even runs that just naturally have loads of no glitches in them. They don't specifically have to have the glitchless or NMG type of label. And so, if you are interested in those kinds of runs, please keep watching this show because it's on every other Monday at 10 p.m. Eastern, right after Perilous Paths. And before I begin, I just want to wish everyone a happy National TikTok Day. That is a real thing. Not like TikTok, like the app, TikTok, like the clock. It's weird. Like this bit isn't that great this time. But with that being said, with all of us, approaching the new year, there's a lot of runs here on GDQ Hotfix you're going to be seeing that are reminiscing on all the wonderful games we saw this year. And in a certain way, again, that is what we're doing here today. But I'm also wanting to look forward a little bit with these two runs that we're going to be having here on the Scenic Routes today, because these two runs you're going to be seeing are going to be featured at Awesome Games Done Quick 2026 that actually starts this Sunday, if you could believe that. I'm going to be there. If you're a fan of the show, please come up and say hi, because I always love seeing the love that people give this show. But we're going to have two races here that will be featured at Awesome Games Done Quick 2026, and the runners that are going to be racing them as well, of course. With us, we are going to be experiencing the best game I think I've ever seen this year, and then also Clair Obscur Expedition 33. And that will be the joke that I have that will make consistently throughout this episode. So to start off, we're going to be doing American Truck Simulator by the very own Heavy Chevy and Big Ranch, also known as Laszlo and Anarchy. So please, y'all, take it away.
Who's the showrunner? Hey, you Heavy Chevy, you know what's going on here? Cause
I don't know. I was just sitting here and he jumped to the passenger seat.
Yeah, he
I don't
must
know.
be in your seat because I got burgers in mine. But anyway, welcome to the Game's Done Good Quite Fix. My name is Big Ranch, and today we're going to race some trucks in some of the greatest fake American states. But who am I joined with?
Me?
There's
only two people here. There's like two options.
It's Heavy Chevy. I'm gonna be I don't know, your compatriot, your arch rival, whatever you call me these days. I guess we could just get right into it. So point to point, pick the state. We usually do some sort of polar bid war to decide what that state is, and y'all have graciously given us Texas, which is our favorite, so thanks so much. If you look at my map here, we're going to be doing from Amarillo. We're like just outside of, or in it, kind of. We're going to go all the way down to McAllen here. It's pretty straightforward. We're just going to, I don't know, go for it. Let the trucking lords take the wheel and get there as fast as we can. I don't think it needs any more explanation than that. So, how are you feeling? You ready?
You're right. Yeah, I'm ready. You ready? You ready for a countdown? I'm letting the count us down.
You're gonna do it?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Yeah, go on now.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
I knew you.
Whoa! You barely gave us the time to
Oh, yes.
Yeah, typical.
Just slam on the gas. Why don't
you? Well, that just happened.
Hey, good start.
I want someone in chat to keep track of how many crimes are committed during this run.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do that because we have traffic
Hello?
infractions turned off, so we're gonna be breaking a lot of traffic rules. I really cannot stress enough. If you ever drive a vehicle in real life, do not do what you're gonna see here. It's just not.
Yeah.
It's really just not conducive to life at all, really. So you're just gonna want to get your examples elsewhere.
This is exactly how I drive.
I may have fumbled a drift. I'm on your 6. Don't worry. I was gonna say we're trained. Oh, is it this way? Oh shit. Okay. Well, it's fine.
Well.
We're off to a great start. We're to a great start. If while we're while we're on this.
Truckers, it's been 1 minute. Like, we gotta lock in.
We just started.
We gotta lock in.
We like literally just started. Okay. Dude, look at my race partner, dog. We're going to. Oh my lord.
We're going to Cody, Wyoming at this rate.
Right, we're going to the
Oh,
impound
Lord.
lot. My goodness. Who are you?
Do not try this at home.
I'm at a
certainly
loss
do
for
not.
words at this point. I've had a long
dude,
day,
what-
okay?
Yeah, you sure have. I don't know what you're doing. It's like you've never driven a truck before. My word.
It's
My
all right.
goodness.
Got plenty of time to catch back up. Hey, what about
What about?
what about we could talk about some of the UI that we're given. Our ETAs on that bottom right there, right with our navigation. One other thing that's pretty important for this trip is our durability of our trucks. So anytime you crash, which I certainly never have, it does a little bit of damage on the truck. Yeah, no, I'm never.
Nope.
So eventually it'll get to a point where your truck starts malfunctioning, and you do need to get towed
just
to
like
service.
that.
So,
Hey, just like that.
oh hey,
Hey, that's awesome.
what you doing?
Oh,
Oh my
nothing.
God.
I think it just that, I got in here and I was like, oh, that light is on. I don't know what that means, but there's a nice little light in there. It's orange. It's kind of shaped like a
It's-
something or other you'd find in the hood of a vehicle or something.
Mm.
I mean, I wouldn't know what that is though. I'd never had to rat. Anyway, quick point I want to make about the time here in our navigation. Every hour in fake United States truck simulator time is about 3 minutes in real life. So I got about 12 and a half on my timer there. So you do your multiplications and your duplications and whatnot, and you'll get what the time is going to be. Providing we don't crash or gotta get towed or whatnot.
None of that, yeah.
None of that.
Which I cannot guarantee.
Hogwash.
Yeah. Oh, the hogwash. You're bringing the vocabulary words out.
Hogwash. Yeah, I'm learning. I'm a learned truck driver. What do you think I do in this back of this cab here? I got my burgers and my cooler and my truck, pillow and my fishing. I'm scared about this turn, I think. Hey, we're gonna just take
Hey, I
this
can bypass
really
the
wide.
nearest way station.
Oh, yup. What a beautiful
that
turn.
was a nice drift.
That was quite good for me.
You just got the 10 car pile up on the interstate. Let's go.
Hey, yeah, it don't even matter. There's like whatever. They never seen a truck this fly. Loving this paint job I got, by the way. It's really these flames and whatnot. What a paint job are you rocking? These
Cowboys.
days?
I'm just
Okay,
gonna-
Hey, what?
Hey, that was. Hey.
Hey, what's going on?
I
over
made
there?
do with the circumstances that were given to me, and I think I did pretty all right.
Oh.
We're not gonna worry about that vehicle malfunction. Don't worry. Hey,
You did the malfunctions.
hey, can you call off whatever?
Oh, the
Etsy witch?
witches.
Yeah, I thought we were done doing that. I thought you're still on that. You're still.
I didn't do nothing.
Hexing?
First off, you were the one who started it. Don't even give me none of that. Don't even
When?
do that.
Say when. When. And when was
I
that?
know a certain race through a certain fake state of
Do we need to hash this out? Like, do we need to take a break and hash this out?
they started it. I didn't.
Do we need to stop the timer? Like,
Hey, you know what? Yeah, sure. I'll pull over.
pull over. Get out of the
No.
truck right now.
Hey, you know what? We have some time to look at this
don't
beautiful
need-
landscape.
I
of
don't
this
need your
beautiful-
niceties.
My
know what
nice.
you're
First
doing.
off, that's a vocabulary word you done stole from me. First off, second off,
Because we're the same person. We got
Yeah,
the
you're
same
right.
lexicon. Come on.
Y'all
now.
are a spitting image of each other. I can attest. Yeah.
yes.
Yep.
Well, yes.
Yep.
Well, yes.
Hey,
Identical.
we're gonna go over this double yellow. I think we're gonna just pass old dump truck over there.
This
So,
sucks. This sucks. It's fine.
I hope
Okay.
everybody. I just love the. Oh my gosh, horses.
Mhm. I saw those.
Horses. Hey, how'd you? No, you didn't.
Like in the like there were some in the back.
Oh. I was going to say I'm looking at this here map, and you're mighty far away behind me. You better.
I'm in your peripherals. Don't play. Don't play like
I can't see. Hey, you're mighty far then, because I don't quite. I'm not quite seeing. So, Chad, I'd love for you all to share your favorite fake states of America.
I love it. I love it when you're like in the middle of a bit and then it comes to a close and you don't know what else to say.
Yeah.
Next bit. Next bit.
Next bit.
Next bit.
I was like, oh, I have to do something serious now.
It's a really good like I'm tired of you kind of. Moving on.
Moving on.
Yes. Well, we got a good answer from Ray here. We got Ohio because they wish it wasn't real, and it's not real. Not in our fake states of America.
Yeah,
it
no.
ain't real.
Isn't the whole Earth Ohio? Didn't we establish this like a while ago? Isn't that mean? It's all Ohio. It's been the whole time.
Where's your
what?
Where's your
What?
math?
Hey,
coming
what?
from?
Hey, what is he talking about?
Yeah,
What's he talking about?
What you talking about? What you talking about? What in the spruce?
Okay, too niche. I'm sorry. Okay, too niche.
All right,
I think the lack of air conditioning in my vehicle is starting to get to him.
Hey, we're just gonna go the other way on this here roundabout, because there's a lot of trucks and whatnot there. We're just gonna go around that way.
I'm actually suffering from heat stroke right now, unfortunately.
Right.
Builds character.
Hey, if you were in my truck, you'd have some delicious burgers. That's what you have. You have some burger and some trucker cola. You'd be quiet.
Yeah, I got cola. Yeah, drink some cola. You'll be all right.
Yeah,
I got a whole pack.
Excuse
you got it sitting on your lap.
That cola is piping hot, like from the heat from the sun outside right now.
Oh well, beggars can't be choosers. You're the one that's hitchhiking. Can you be grateful? Oh my god.
Right. I've never been more just tired of some individuals and I've been in the company of. I don't think I ever have.
Oh my goodness.
Lord.
Cut the cameras, my goodness.
Cut the cameras. El Paso.
We're talking like this, but I am like heartbroken that you're more busy than you might actually be for this event. I can't be attached to you at the hip.
Well, that's what you do when you're a big old famous I mean, first off, I don't know what you're talking about. You're the most famous person I ever met in my life. But
speaking farcities.
Yeah, no, you're famous.
Varsity.
Varsity.
Yeah. Varsity.
It's astounding what words you pull from my dictionary just because you drive me up a wall,
oh my god,
up a darn median is how.
Yeah, I mean, you probably know a median or two. You're that far behind me. You probably hit one, or two, or three.
Well, that's none of your business. 4. How I run my trucking business is not up for discussion. All it takes is one little, getting a little too big for your britches, and then I'm in the lead again. So I'm not worried.
Well, you're not, though. You're not, are you?
Yeah, I'm a little worried. It's fine. Outside of the trucking business, I'm worried. I have fears.
Right.
I do want the runners in this call to know that when we said cut the cameras, our producer Ray actually did cut the camera.
Oh, that's awesome. I love this
Rocks.
place.
Hey, that rocks.
I quite love this place.
Shout outs to Railkin, our producer, y'all.
Yeah, shoutouts.
Yeah.
You're so awesome.
Oh,
Hey, where are
my
you?
goodness.
Around the bend, can you?
I just was wondering. I would thank you.
Nobody. I was thinking.
Oh, Lord.
I don't have your stream up. I just see that I'm rapidly approaching your location.
Hey,
You good, Anarchy?
hey, it's not looking good.
Big Rand seems to be in a tough spot right now.
What?
Hey, this was tactical. Hey, this was so tactical because I'm blocking up the road. You can't,
Right.
you,
Right. I'm just gonna squeeze right past here and
all right,
leave
hey,
you to
hey,
it.
Excuse me. All right, hey, we're somewhere. So we're gonna.
What's going on here?
Are you have to get towed? Is it that bad?
It was that bad. Well, I'm $24,000 in debt now, but you know that has never mattered to me, ever. So you know we're just gonna keep.
Well, now how
moving.
far are you?
I'm on a whole different route. I don't even know where I'm.
What's your
I'm at.
ETA?
8 hours, 42 minutes.
Okay. As long as I'm ahead of you. I was gonna say.
Did you get us any snacks from the restaurant, by the way?
We
Oh,
don't
he's in
honk
your
at
car.
me.
Oh, he's in your truck
honk
now.
at me. Hey, we're passing the Prime Rib Roadhouse. Hey, you better
The Prime Rib
some of
Roadhouse.
we better get some of those.
We better.
Oh,
Yeah.
how delicious! In the coffee break with the
We have time. We're gonna make our shipments on time if you stop there.
Excuse me. Hey,
Yeah,
does
you
it
better
look
roll
like
down the
there's-
window and take a deep inhale.
of beautiful Texas air.
Beautiful Texas and beautiful Texas barbecue,
First-
and then we're rolling.
And you know, I think Ray makes a really good point. Do you see anything hitched to the back of these?
Oh, you're so
by the
right.
way?
I totally
Right.
forgot
Hey,
about that.
is there?
This is
Hey,
pure
you better lock in.
unadulterated trucking.
We're just trucking for the love of the game. I forgot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
For the love of the game.
These beautiful fake states of America. All right, so here's how I can still win. I'm gonna. Where's my cellular device? I gotta place a call. Hey,
You calling 911?
Hey, I'm gonna be
no,
honest.
good.
I don't think that has ever happened before. I really
What?
I just drove for a good 45 seconds with a sign on the front of my truck.
No!
I don't think that has ever.
I didn't know it
happened
let you
before.
do that. That's awesome.
I did not know it let you do that either. We're finding out new things by the day, by the minutes. Hey, so what's your ETA?
7 hours, 26 minutes.
Oh Lord. Mine's 6 hours.
What? You're lying.
Who said that? No,
You're lying.
hey,
You're
I'm
lying.
almost
You
there.
said-
What you talking
No,
about?
you said it was 8 hours 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, I had to get
8
towed.
hours, 40 minutes. Yeah, that was
I
after you
had
got
to get
towed. You
towed.
said that. You disclosed
didn't.
that.
Oh, I did not discose that information. I don't know what you're
Ozmourn,
talking
is
about.
she lying to me? Be my eyes.
I'm not picking a side here.
Are you freaking me? Are you freaking me?
This is between
Chat, somebody-
Heavy and Big Ranch, all right?
Just
This is
read some
between-
dang numbers on the screen. Are you serious? Oh. I don't even know who I can rely on anymore. This concrete's lonely. It's cold. Even if it's summer in Texas. Oh, that was not the right place to go. Hey, I'm at Junction. Oh, I can go
Oh,
this
hey, good for you. Good
I can
for
go this
you.
way.
Good for you.
I think. Can I get back over there? No, maybe I should back up.
Hey, you know.
Wrong turn. It was a nice drift, though.
Oh, was it? Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad. So
Just
glad.
gonna pray
for
that.
you.
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
Why are you? What are you hiding?
I ain't hiding nothing. I'm on my way. Better get prepared. Oh Lord, I'm gonna. I don't got nothing to say.
I think you're damaging like state property right now. I hate to say.
Hey, well, they're gonna have to take it up with my truck. That's what they're gonna have to do. I'll have to.
there ain't a whole lot of financials that they can come after after we repair these trucks.
Yeah, yeah. I don't got a word to say. I'm just gonna get there.
Oh, I forgot that during AGDQ. I'm on social media during this. It's gonna be content central. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be beautiful.
Yeah, you better
People
get.
have never seen anything before.
You better get practice since it's a national TikTok day.
It is National TikTok Day. Yeah.
Right. Hey, so how? All right.
Are there mountains in? No, there's. Are there? Hey, I don't know a lot about the American West. You're not.
Well, you should. You're the
second
most cowboy I ever met.
More of an American South cowboy than a.
You got gators and all that.
Something or other, yeah.
I say that. Not something or others. Hey, let's take a. Oh, okay. Hey, here's how we can still win, chat. Here's how we can still win. We're just gonna have to get to going quite a lot over this here speed limit. You know, they like to call it a limit, but I really just think it's more of a
speed suggestion.
A suggestion, and you know, it's a time to beat.
I think that the speed limit is something where it's like taking off the weights. You know, like broccoli.
Hey, excuse me.
Like broccoli.
Hey, excuse me. Hey, please excuse me. Excuse me. You better stop.
How fast are you going? How fast are these runners going right now?
Well, I'm going a bit under because there was a Prius in my way, but
I'm at 96 miles per hour at the moment.
Well, I'm gonna get there. Hey, Chad, do you every light in my dashboard is on. Is that bad? You think? I think that's bad.
I can't say nothing because I drive like that in real life.
I think we're glossing over the fact that like Anarchy is like committing vehicular manslaughter regularly right now.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do to get there. Is all. I'm doing. Hey, all right, okay, there we go.
Right.
Come on, old girl. Come on, wide load. We got it. We got it. We got it.
Ozmourn, your trucker cola's getting warmer. You're not gonna.
What do you mean? Yeah, I'm not that thirsty right now. You know.
I already cracked it open. It's gonna go flat if you don't.
You know, I'm more of a Dr. Pepper kind of guy. You know.
Oh, I love a Dr. Pepper. You like the strawberry
I love a Dr.
ones?
Pepper, but yeah, the strawberries and cream. Oh,
I literally am like I was drinking one earlier. Like I'm not even joking. I drank one before we started the episode.
I'm over there. I'm sipping Dr. Bob over there. I'm the cat cots. Drinking some. I got some mountain shouting in the fridge. You know how we roll.
Yep.
Truckers, do y'all have insurance? Do y'all have car insurance for this? For this, do you have truck insurance?
Ooh, what's that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show enough.
Show enough.
Hey, do you?
Mm-hmm.
No, nothing.
I'm in San Antonio.
Really? Are you? All right. Let's. All right.
You know where y'all should be trucking to?
Where?
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, because Awesome Games Done Quick 2026 will be in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania from January 4th to 10th. Registration is available now through the events, so please be sure to register if you want to experience the event in person. Visit gdq.gg for more info.
Okay, this is tactical, by the way, chat. This is so tactical. Just trust in my process. You're going to just have to trust in my process. Quite Literally. All right. All right. Okay, I know my vehicle's malfunctioning. That's purposeful. We're just hey, it's just a negative never meant nothing. That never meant nothing.
It's just a number in red. Red's a nice color.
It ain't even red. You know what is red? My sleeping's. Might need to. We might fall asleep at the wheel once or twice. It's fine.
Oh right, yeah, mine's getting there.
Just a little bit.
I forgot. There's a sleep mechanic in this game?
There is a sleep mechanic in this game.
Yeah, they might call it a simulator sometimes.
Right, yeah.
Sometimes they might call it that. Alright.
Despite the comedy show that's going on right now, this game is an actual game with mechanics and strats.
Hey, how far away are you, by the way?
I don't want to tell you, because you're withholding it.
Can you just share the information?
Why?
Because I'd like to know.
4 hours and 20 minutes.
Alright.
They rounded down a little bit. They rounded down a little bit by a few minutes.
You want to share yours? I saw you got maybe towed another time.
No.
I'm actually gonna sleep here, I think.
Alright. Yeah, my excuse me. Alright.
What do you mean, excuse me? You're driving on the wrong side of the road.
That ain't
what
never.
Do you mean, excuse me.
It's just a suggestion. That ain't.
I wanted to grab a coffee. I ain't sleeping.
Serious. It ain't never been nothing. It's fine. It's fine. Alright, here's how we can still make this work. That don't look good, do it. Alright. Alright, we're just
What is it sounds like you're having like an odyssey. I'm chilling. I'm just riding along this highway. You were
okay,
going through some tribulations.
It has never been more fun in my life. Alright.
Anarchy, how can we still win this?
I don't rightfully know.
Can't.
To be frank. Hey, you quiet.
Not gonna. Not gonna.
Wasn't nobody talking. Wasn't nobody talking to you. Wasn't nobody talking to you. So we're just gonna.
Wait. Hey. Has there always been a zoom button?
What?
Has there always been a zoom?
A zoom?
Zoom.
Oh, a zoom button. Not that
new?
I have ever known of.
Is that new?
I don't know.
Laszlo is zooming in and out right now.
Yeah, I can see. You're trying to distract me with your vexations.
I'm gonna zoom in on my trucker cola.
You better cut that out. Hey, do you think there comes to be a time on a median when there's a gap in there? Do you think that ever happens? Ever?
Can you repeat the question?
Do you ever think there could? Oh my God! Hey, here's a. Hey, here's how we could still win. Hey, look at the. Hey, look at.
What are we doing here?
Hey, I think we might be. Oh, hey, we could. Oh, there we go. There we go. Hey, looky here. Look at what that is. Oh, that's not a. Hold on. Is that not a gap in the? Okay, whatever. Never mind. There happen to be these full.
Those hidden fences really.
Whatever. I didn't care no how, no way, or nothing. It's fine.
I feel great. If anybody was wondering.
Oh, here we go. There we go. All right, we made it. We only went down the wrong side of the highway.
Been there.
A few miles. But we made it. Hey, how far away are you? You're quite close, aren't you?
Under 3 hours.
Lord.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not looking good. Oh, it's not looking good. But here's how we could still win. Hey, you better stop malfunctioning.
You're gonna have to start calling some more witches if you're
Hey, Chad, I need every bit of your power, your good luck for me and my truck. I'm gonna need every little bit
I've
of
never
it.
done anything wrong in my entire life. I don't understand why anybody would want to oppose me.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Right.
Oh, that's right. You're just the most famous.
Oh wait, this is how we can. This is how you can still win.
Here's
This
how
is
we
how
can
anarchy
still
can
win.
still
Here's
win.
how we can still
Hey,
win.
it's bad. Hey, it's bad.
Here's how we can
Oh,
still
no.
win.
Oh, no, I have room. I
Here's-
can make it.
All right,
No.
hey, here's
Wait,
how we can
what?
still win. We're going
No.
175. Here's how we
Oh
can
my
still
God!
make it.
It's a three-truck
Here is how
pileup
we
on
can
the
still
interstate.
make it.
It's a
Yeah, it's
three-truck
alright.
pileup on the interstate.
We're going. We're going. We got a little old convoy. We're making it.
What do you mean it's all right? You just hurt your fellow truckers on the road. What do you-
Yeah, exactly. Who was you? Oh, who was you?
Ain't not, like I've been there too. Ain't nobody stopped for me. It's fine.
I mean, I would have stopped for you or something, but
You have driven towards me head on collision.
oh,
You
hey,
literally
I don't know
just
what
did that. You just did that prior to the run, actually.
I didn't do nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
Ain't no way you're trying to act.
I
can't wait to race you in person so I could just reach over and throttle you in the other chair.
What? You better
Whoa.
watch out. You better watch out. I'm gonna hit you with a Ranger takedown.
This is like trucker on trucker crime right now. My goodness.
You better watch out. You're gonna have to separate us.
There's gonna be a little cartoon dust cloud on that stage. Yeah. I swear.
All right. Well, if that's the case, who's Tom and who's Jerry?
I'm the nephew. I'm the nephew. Tom's nephew.
Well, I'm the nice
gonna
lady
say
cat.
I get distracted from fighting you and I just start screaming like a foghorn. This is gonna be interesting. Just a little. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm tired of you.
I'm tired of you.
Ozmourn, do you have anything else to plug before?
Hey, wake up. Oh.
Well, I think something more extreme is happening right now. Before I plug things.
Hey,
Twins acting like trucking's hard. I don't know what's going on.
It ain't
with her
hard.
today.
I just got a little tired. I'm also $130,000 in debt, but that ain't never been
130.
That has never been a problem
Whoa.
for me.
And Laszlo's over here $80,000 under budget still. Like, come on.
Oh, it ain't no problem. That ain't never been no problem for me.
So how can we still win?
Yeah, enlighten me. Actually, I want to know too.
Hey, you better.
No, go on. Go on. No, you go on. Start speaking.
No, I got places to be. I don't know about you. I got a place to be.
What place is that? AGDQ
McAllen,
2026 in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
In Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Starting this Sunday. I already plugged that. I can't be plugging that again. We got variety.
That's why I got the relancer. All right, we had some setbacks, but
for sure.
It's fine.
That's what you call them.
I
call them skill issues.
Chat, the first time that I saw these two race this together, it was probably on a hotfix. But other than that, it was also on a Frame Fatales event. That's when this really took off. And I just wanted to shout out Frame Fatales because they're a community of women and femmes who share a passion for speedrunning, gaming, and charity. In addition to their 2 flagship events. They host activities year-round in their community Discord, like Game of the Month and randomizer events. So type !FF in chat to learn more and get involved. If you qualify for the Fatalis communities yourselves, I highly suggest you get involved because they do wonderful events. And in events, you'll see runs like the ones you're watching right now because it was at the most recent Flame and it really took off. It was really, really good. And we're here now, and now we're going to see it at a mainline. Because
sorry, this bus just tried to cut me off. I'm so sorry. Continue your bit.
Laszlo and Anarchy are very famous, as we have established.
I wish you wouldn't lie to these people, these good people.
Are you almost there?
Yeah, I am actually.
Okay. Hey, we're currently
stuck in a... Is it bad?
Stuck in a quick market.
What is happening right now?
I dozed off. I'm so stuck in this bar. I can't even move.
Oh my lord!
I don't know if we're making it. I don't.
Yeah, you.
Here's, you know.
Did you just soft lock an American Truck Simulator?
It's happened before.
Wait, here's how we can do it. Here's how we can.
Hey, here's how we can do it.
Here's how we can still win.
Here's how we can
still win. Here's how we can still win. We are making it to McAllen, Texas. Here's how we can still
Time
win.
is coming for me, actually.
Here's how we can still win.
I'm just down around the corner.
Laszlo got 9 minutes left. 8.
Here's how we can still win. All right.
Nice little drift to close it off.
Oh, she's out. She's out. Are you? Is she out of the? Are you out of the situation, Anarchy?
No, we're not. We're in a pickle here. The truck is so cheeseburgered. We can't even. Okay, wait a minute. So we're okay. Wait. So we're. There we go. All right. Don't worry. Are you there yet, or like what?
I'm about to be. I'm just gonna take this.
2 minutes. 1 minute.
Time is coming up. I guess maybe we'll do time when I discover this. So time will be now. Time. Hey!
GG.
Victory toots! Victory toots! What? Hey, what's...
Hey, that's time for me.
Hey. What? You just teleport over there?
I'm so sick of you. If my vehicle isn't malfunctioning, I'd...
My goodness.
Oh Lord.
Okay, just to recap what just happened. I had to get towed back to Corpus Christi, I think a third time. And then and now I'm dozing off again, but that's fine. I had to get towed there again. You can quick travel in this game, but my truck was in too just horrid of a state to even do that. So I had to fix it again, and then that wasn't good enough. So I had to replace every component in this here vehicle to do that. And then I tried to quick travel, but then I was in debt. So it was like, hey, you can't do that. So then I went to the bank and took out a $400,000 loan, and then I quick traveled, and now it's time. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that just an odyssey of a journey with me and my friend Heavy Chevy. Why don't you go and tell the people where they can find you, my famous friend?
Our famous friend Heavy Chevy.
I don't know what you're talking about. You can find me on twitch.tv/LesLotus. That's also where you can find me on Blue Sky as well. You will also see me at Awesome Games Done Quick 2026 on Wednesday at noon. You better stop giggling. I don't stream, but if you ever want to entertain the thought, you can follow me on Twitch. I speedrun Red Dead Redemption 2 now, apparently. Show enough. I want to shout out Frame Fatales, which Ozmourn already graciously mentioned. I also want to shout out Lady Arcaders, also wonderful gaming community for women and femmes as well. And I think that's all I got. Twin?
Yeah, my name's Anarchy. You'll see me on here quite frequently. I do a lot of stuff with various communities related to GDQ, including Black and Flash, Frame Fatales, and I also have my own hotfix show. Your truck is loud as I don't know what. You better cut that out. I also have my own hotfix show, Hidden Heroes. You can watch it every other Tuesday on the channel. The goal of that show is to do what events like Flame and Frost and Back to Black and speeding through the holidays and stuff like that all the time. But with that, you can find me everywhere, NKSF, NKSF.com, etc. Really excited to be doing this run with my twin here at AGDQ. But with that, we're just going to go ahead and get out of your hair. I think you've seen enough vehicles for once. So good night, everybody. And
Thank
have a
you.
good rest of the Scenic Route.
It surely was one.
It surely was.
But yes.
Well, okay. Thank you both so much for that amazing run, y'all. Thank you all for being here, for watching that. That was absolutely amazing. Want to get definitely something that I'm going to be watching at AGDQ in person, mainly because I will be on shift for it. But that is a wonderful run. Please go watch that at AGDQ 2026 if you have the time, because it's going to be even better in person. With that being said, we're going to have a brief intermission. We're going to be right back with the second best game that I've seen this year, and it just so happens to have won Game of the Year at the Game Awards. But like that's Clair Obscur Expedition 33. We're going to be right back. Hello, everyone. My name is Ozmourn, and I hope you're having a wonderful night. Welcome back to the GDQ Hotfix. If you're just tuning into this show for the first time, this is episode 8 of the Scenic Route. The Scenic Route is a show that is all about glitchless and no major glitches speedruns, or runs that are just they just naturally have little to no glitches in them. They don't necessarily have to have the NMG or glitchless label on them. So you're going to see all kinds of runs here on this show every other Monday at 10 p.m. Eastern, right after Parallels Paths. With that being said, we're going to get straight back into this next episode. But before I begin, I just want to say, actually, also, happy still needs to do day. So yeah, that is a real holiday. It is today. And so to anyone who celebrates, please have a wonderful Still Need to Do day. So with that being said, this episode is all about what we are looking forward to at AGDQ 2026 that's actually starting this Sunday. If you're going to be at the event, please say hi to me, because I will. And I love seeing people who love the show. The love that this show gets always warms my heart. And so if you're going to be there, please say hi. With that being said, this episode is a bit of a preview. This is the runs we're going to be seeing at AGDQ 2026. You just saw American Truck Simulator with Anarchy and Lazo. That will be Wednesday morning. And on, I don't have the schedule on me, but I think it's either Thursday night or Friday night that you're going to see Clair Obscur Expedition 33. These runners will correct me right when we get live. But we are seeing B.5 and 01337. Play Clair Obscur Expedition 33, which was dubbed Game of the Year at the Game Awards this year. So we're seeing a wonderful game and by two amazing runners that you're going to be seeing live at AGDQ as well. So please, B.Dot and Zero, please take it away.
All right, hello everybody. I'm B.5, and like you said, we got Expedition 33 Game of the Year. I'm really happy to be able to run this, but we got any percent expert glitchless. This will be on the hardest difficulty, and of course for this show it'll be glitchless. So no major glitches. We'll be going through all the bosses and just have like little minor things, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Do you want to introduce yourself, Zero?
I'd love to. Hi, everyone. I'm Zero. I'm also an Expedition 33 runner. Very happy to be here showcasing this game. And on commentary with us, we have Pete, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Pete Swanson, also an Expedition 33 speedrunner. I focused more on the story and categories with some glitches, but I also speedrun expert glitchless. Yeah, I'm very excited to talk about the run. Zero made an amazing route, and these runners know how to perform it at the highest level.
Thanks, man.
I'm very excited. I'm very excited for this race. This is going to be so much fun.
Yeah, Pete's got he knows all the categories, and his PB is still better than mine in this category, so he definitely knows quite a few things.
Just barely.
All right, I think we're ready to get started.
Yep. Who wants to count us down?
I can. Okay, so here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. Good luck.
Good luck and have fun.
Good luck to you as well. All right.
The race begins.
It does begin. So we start off here with Expedition 33 in lovely Lumiere. It's kind of based off of Paris. We're going to get a flower, and then we're going to see Maëlle just take off in front of us. Like, we're the ones speedrunning here, but she's the one that is faster than us at this already, so... But she's gonna...
I've never seen anyone run so fast. My goodness.
It'd be nice if she would run that fast later in the game when we control her, but no.
I'm just glad I'm not racing against her.
Yeah.
So we're running the glitchless category today, and what that means for this game mainly is that there's no out-of-bounds skips allowed. Skips that let you go out of the normal terrain you're allowed to be in. In the prologue, there actually exists a skip to skip the entirety of the prologue by jumping on top of the windmill and climbing the 50-foot tall invisible wall and then plummeting down to the docks. The glitchless does not allow that, so we're going to be fighting Maëlle here.
Yeah, that's the best part of running glitchless, not having to do windmill skip.
Ooh, I got a crit.
You always get a crit.
Man. So the strategy for this fight changes if you get a crit, right?
Yeah, it's a minor optimization depending on what hit crits. If you get an attack, you can intentionally take a hit, and then you'll get a faster overcharge animation. If you crit the counter, then you can do the overcharge turn 2 instead of turn 3, and finish off a second counter instead of going to the third turn. And it can make like a 2-second swing.
I unfortunately messed up the second parry attack though, so I had to go an extra turn. Yeah, which it's yeah. Her parries aren't that complex, but yeah, I just lost my groove on it. But yeah, so you might have noticed, and based off of me just saying parry there, this does have a dodge and parry system to it that we kind of have to adhere to in the runs and route around. So a lot of the times we're going to be parrying for AP generation. It's going to be kind of important to the run based off of, you know, if we can get enough points to do a certain skill. But then sometimes we do parry all the hits in a combo in order to do extra counterattack animations. So yeah.
Counters do a lot of damage, especially in the early game. It falls off a bit later. But every counterattack does that animation. So if we don't need the damage from it, we will try to skip it by just like dodging one of the hits and then parrying the rest for AP generation if we need the AP. If we don't, then we might dodge just to make it easier on us, just for the consistency. But that's where a lot of the skill expression comes into combat in this game, at least in the speedrun setting. It's just memorizing and like mastering all these parry and dodge timings, and knowing when to go for which.
Yeah. In Act 1, you will definitely see a lot more counterattack damage and us going through the animations because we just need to get all that damage output from everything. But later on, you'll definitely see a lot of times when we'll avoid it on purpose a lot of the time.
So Zero going for left side fountain there. Unfortunately,
Failed it though. Not worth.
That's why I don't go for left side fountain myself. How much faster is it?
It's not. I don't know. I never timed it. It's not much. Like you just have to a little bit less horizontal movement, I think. So maybe like half a second at most. Yeah, that'd be good. Hopefully it'll help.
Okay.
Let's at least check on Maëlle and my apprentices.
So there's a lot of aspects to this game, by the way, that we can talk about. If you play this game casually, you'll probably understand this, but a lot of the things. But we have consumables that give us more AP, can heal us, can revive us. We'll be interested in energy tints, but pretty much only. I guess at one point we have to worry about healing tint, but we'll talk about that later, halfway into the run. But then there's other gimmicks, like every character has a unique gimmick, like Gustav has overcharge that we use there in the tutorial fight with Maëlle earlier, which is basically the more he does and can make his stuff charge up to 10 out of 10, the more damage his main ability overcharge is gonna do. But soon we'll have like Lune, and we'll get to understand how stains work and how we synergize that with stuff. More later, I guess. Lune stains will come into importance. Early on,
pretty early. with
She
getting
comes-
critical moment near the start of Act 1, and that's the interesting part about expert glitchless is in story glitchless we don't need to set up Lune early to do ridiculous damage, but an expert, the enemies have so much higher HP that it merits getting these things like critical moment and exposing attack, just things that buff the damage and allow Lune to get 100% crit chance, because her lightning dance ability does double hits whenever she crits, and a crit is already double damage, and then you get 2 hits for a crit, so very big damage that's utilized pretty early on in the expert glitchless route.
Building around crits in Act 1 is very important until we wish we could get it up to 100% as soon as like from the get-go, but we won't be able to get to 100% until Lamp Master, which is, yeah, that's going to be like 45 minutes into the run, roughly.
So simple strat here for the Lancier. Shoot the weak point, attack, parry.
Yeah.
Coming,
Go ahead.
coming up here we have the Portier fight, which is actually can be one of the scariest parry timings in the run. In story, fortunately, we're able to kill him before he gets a turn, but an expert, unless you get lucky with a crit, he will get a turn, and the charged up slow attack is just notorious for...
Yeah, I would just think it's like the hardest parry in the run.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's either that or Lampmaster's forearm attack, right? Really.
Oh,
Yeah.
that one sucks.
That one's so bad, but at least most of the time you don't have to parry it. You can get away with dodging.
Yeah.
If now is a good time to ask, I am curious, what are all of the things that the difficulties changed in this game? Like, what's the differences between every single difficulty level?
There's a few aspects that it can change. I would say the most important one is most enemies have almost double as much health. It varies, but you can basically think of it as almost double. And that basically is the factor that changes this route from other categories the most, is how we make builds to output that more damage, to take down the bosses faster without having to endure more turns on them. So that's definitely one of the biggest aspects. But the other aspect, at least compared to story, is the parry windows and the dodge windows are a lot tighter. They're pretty tight. It's the same as Expeditioner difficulty, but on
Much
story
tighter.
they even made it so that story parries are very lenient. So compared to story and expert, they're extremely different. Yeah.
I believe the parry window is 0.15 seconds on expert. Is that right?
I think it's like 0.21 something.
Oh, okay, I'm off.
A little bit over 200 milliseconds from what I remember.
Yeah.
And story was on old patch, which we still run story on old patch. It's like 0.45 seconds window, but now on current patch, story has a 0.65. They made it a lot more. Story is very forgiving these days. And then Expeditioner is the middle ground. So here we're taking an optional fight to get the Lanceram for Gustav. And also, we want to hit level 3 before Avec and Expert Glitchless, just to get 9 might on Lune and Gustav, as well as both of Gustav's early abilities, Powerful and Marked Shot, so that we can get big, Powerful, increasing everyone's damage for the whole fight, and then stacking that with a Marked Shot for a 10 out of 10 overcharge on Gustav. And that combo is enough to skip Avec's shield phase and bring him down if the overcharge crits,
That will help.
which that's about a 45% chance.
48
Of
and expert
happening.
because we have Dodger
48.
on as well.
Yeah. All the
But-
free pickos we get here go on Gustav.
By 48%, we mean like 10% really in practice. Every runner complains about never getting a back crit, myself included, although my luck's been good recently.
Yeah, because we also have to make sure that we deal enough damage to get past halfway, and then sometimes we don't get all 10 out of 10 targeting for overcharge. So yeah, there's a lot of factors to Avec that make it not work out. But yeah, it's a whole minute of time, or up to a minute of time loss, if you just based off of RNG. So it's the biggest time loss section in the game. Well, based off of RNG, there's been a lot of other ways that you can lose much more time. Looking at you, Paintress.
Also, for tech, I'm pretty sure the issue is on my end. I had this last night too, where I was just dropping frames. I thought I'd be fine because I did a full stream before this and it was fine, but I think it's my internet that's the issue right now. They seem to be dropping some frames.
The internet knows you're doing a hotfix right now, and it just wanted to go
Yeah,
off
unlucky.
specifically right now.
Yeah, I was feeling pretty okay about it because we did that whole race right before this, and it seemed stable. So I don't know.
It's a
Spectrum
Speedrunner's
Internet,
fair.
by the way, is my ISP provider for anyone curious. Just saying. You know, not a review or anything, but
I don't think I've ever
Actually,
heard
am I allowed to
anyone.
say that?
I don't think I've ever heard anyone complain about Spectrum Internet, but it's all good.
So there's a little platforming here to get to the dead energy Picto faster. Saves a few seconds to jump around the terrain like this. And this is allowed in glitchless because we're not going out of bounds. Just,
yeah, we do allow a shortcut
platforming.
essentially.
We can use them.
Yeah,
Wait, that-
anything
as
that
long as
doesn't
you
like
stay in bounds,
sequence
it's fine.
break.
This
That
is the
is-
final optional fight to get the Lightning Rim early for Loon, as well as to hit level 3. Finish hitting level 3 for a Vic.
That does bring me. That,
Well, that will help.
I'm okay right now. I mean, just
we might be pausing here real quick, chat, just so we can get some technical issues
pause right
worked
now?
out.
Yeah.
Yes, please. And so we're going to be pausing right here, chat, just to get some technical issues worked out. Don't worry, we'll be right back. Stay tuned. We're just going to get some stuff worked out, but we'll be right back soon. Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to the Scenic Route here on GDQ Hotfix. We were just taking care of some technical difficulties, but we are right back into the run. So, runners, please count us down again, and we'll start a timer.
All right. Yeah, we stopped just before the boss. Let's go ahead and get back into it. You guys ready?
Yep.
ready. Let's do it.
All right. On go. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, boss time. Wonderful.
So both Loon and Gustav level 9. All the Pictos are going on Gustav here. And he's going to end up with a 48% crit chance, which is very important for the end of the fight. You'll notice how if you maybe before the dead energy jump, the runners attempted to cutscene during a menu transition. We'll talk more about that later. But we're essentially able to menu in 0 time by combining cutscene fadeouts with menuing. So Avec is notorious for being an RNG nightmare. Not only do we need Gustav's overcharge to crit for top pace runs, we also need Avec to not troll, and if he just doesn't hit Gustav enough, he won't get 10 out of 10 overcharge, right? Or he might not have enough AP to do the things you need to do on each turn. Like if he single attacks the same person twice, if he single attacks Gustav twice, Loon won't be able to do enough emulates, and if he single attacks Loon twice, Gustav won't be able to do the things he needs to do. So we're stacking up big burn stacks with marked shot.
I'm short on damage, sadly. That's another thing that goes into this. Even if we get all the other requirements, I need to have enough damage on him, so when I crit him, it actually does enough to finish him. Otherwise, even if I crit, he'll go into the shield phase. Which is sadly what we're going to get here.
I think I will have enough damage.
Nice. Let's hope you get the crit.
It's just an unfortunate thing you have to deal with on Expert. Even on story, damage can be a concern, but I remember it being a much bigger concern on Expert.
But it's no crit for me anyway, so no biggie.
So notice how the runners don't dodge before the overcharge to preserve the marked shot.
I got the crit.
Gets the crit.
Nice.
Well, big lead for B-Dud coming out of the Avec fight.
This is sadly one of the high variance points of the run. This will happen pretty often, where somebody will just pull ahead in this race setting because one person gets the crit, one doesn't.
Yeah,
that's a big reset point.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that this is all at the start of the run. But I know Zero's better at me at menuing and stuff, so I'm sure he'll catch up quickly.
So
yeah, luckily the run's nowhere near over. We still got a lot of time.
Exactly.
Yeah, we have a good race on our hands. So yeah, the backup strat on Avec, if you don't get the crit, or if you under damage, well, specifically if you don't get the crit and he has a lot of health left, you want to, well, first shoot his shields off, but then when he attacks on his next turn, for some reason, if you dodge that attack, he'll start charging up again. If you parry it, he won't start charging up again, but you want to dodge it so that he starts charging up again, and then you can shoot his weak point a second time and get a free, near 500 damage with that shot. So you saw Zero do that there. Finish him off as fast as he could after the under damage and no crit fight.
Yeah, and as a frame of reference, that fight, I think that was backed up as well as it could have been, and that still cost a minute. Sometimes you'll get better, you can get away with a 245 if you, say, we're under damage but crit, so there's not a lot of health to take off at that point. But it's a pretty big swing.
Yeah, and we'll be running with this theme of, so our RNG with hitting that crit was around, like Pete was saying, 48%, but... we'll be dealing with crit rates around that point throughout the next few areas in Act 1, because we won't be able to increase it permanently until we hit Critical Moment in Just Rule Village. So for this level in Flying Waters and Ancient Sanctuary, we're kind of relying on hitting a few of those crits to help us a little bit, but just do our maximum damage output in the fight. But it won't be as severe as Avec, that's for sure.
Yeah, Avec is definitely the biggest swing. The other fight, I honestly don't think there's too many other fights where it's that important, but there are some. The biggest two are Avec, then Gabu, and then after that, Ultimate Slack of Batata. It's also a little bit relevant. Not as much as others, but it gets progressively less and less important, and by the time you get to Distro Village, it can save you some time here and there, but it's not too important anymore. It's in a matter of a few seconds.
Yeah. I always found it interesting how Lampmaster is probably one of the worst RNG fights on the story categories, but on Expert it's scripted because we set up Loon with 100% crit chance and Lightning Dance. Beautiful. because it's worth it on expert. So you see, B-Dud's coming up to another cutscene transition. Yep, he opened up the menu right when the cutscene loaded. I might have tripped him up a little bit.
So there I specifically make it so that when we get this new skill, Virtuous or Swift Stance, we I do it right at
Oh.
yeah, I changed that so that it would. I'm not explaining this well, but
so when you normally, I can try if you don't mind.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
So whenever you learn a new skill, it'll go into the next unopened slot, and by moving Spark to slot 4, we open up slot 3 for Swift Stride, which we use more often than Spark. We never use Spark. But the reason we actually have to move Spark and not just remove it is because if you just remove a skill, it won't give you an autosave, and we need an autosave there so we can skip the dialogue that'll block us from like using the flag.
Yeah, I'm just so used to menuing Pictos there. I didn't even realize what you were doing. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, the Pictos we can just do during the cutscene, so we can do something else there.
Another aspect to mention there is we have to wait on the dialogue. So, yeah, we basically do the Pictos there just so that we could reload that save and skip the dialogue, which is like 4 seconds of dialogue before we can flag. Yeah. So two things there with what we accomplished with the menus. And then, of course, at the flag, we did the typical attributes that we need to invest for Curator. Curator can scale off of the level you are, so we want to keep our characters at level 5 when we enter that fight. So the XP route up to this point from Avec and with the mine fight that we did before entering the manor, those were very specific to get us to the right level just for that Curator fight.
Yeah, it's the only fight in the run that scales off our level. I don't think it's the only one in the game, but it's close to it. There might be like one other one.
Yeah, it's
I'm not even sure. Yeah. But yeah, we used to take an extra mine fight there, as Speed had said. But we found a fight that was better after this that can make up like the EXP from not taking an extra mine fight. So we were able to cut the earlier mine fight, and then because of that, we were able to speed up Curator by like 5 seconds. Before you had to do like a fire move and Swift Stride to go into Virtuous to get the damage you needed.
Mm-hmm.
So you didn't just
and just right outside the manor, we fight the merchant in this route to get exposing attack, which applies defenseless whenever someone with that attacks an enemy, which is a 25% damage buff. Very big for the route, especially once Verso gets the Dueliso, which lets him attack and then perform another action on the same turn. He can apply defenseless and then also cast powerful on the same turn or something like that.
Yeah, very powerful Picto, but when we use this Picto, we gotta make sure very carefully that who's ever using that Picto is first in the turn order. So speed becomes a very important factor that we have to pay attention to from this point on.
Yeah, because the defenseless only lasts 1 turn and it wears out when the enemy takes its next turn. Oh wow, the flag jump from Bida, that was beautiful.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was really
That
good.
just looked cinematic.
Alright, I'm gonna have to try it too now, and I'll probably fail it.
I was not expecting to get that one at all. I have the one down at
You just floated forward.
Yeah, so that's something that we've kind of discovered recently. It was kind of found a while ago, but it went under the radar. I rediscovered it like a few weeks ago that you could actually jump as you activate the menu for a flag. So you can get like this big jump and save like 2 seconds, maybe, second and a half, maybe. It can depend on each flag, but yeah, it's pretty nice to start your menuing and keep the momentum going.
Yeah, every second counts. But you can lose time going for it if you miss the flag, because you have to activate the flag a bit on the far forward side of it, right?
Yeah, and then if you don't press the buttons at the right time, you might rest accidentally, or sometimes you just don't get an input when you go into the flag, which I don't know why it does that exactly, but it glitches out a little bit.
It's also pretty finicky with the... Sorry. I was going to say, it's pretty finicky with the position because the rocks around each flag are different, so they kind of all need a slightly different approach.
So Loon's getting the exposing attack Picto here for the Go Blue fight. Gonna take advantage of that defenseless right away. Also putting the Brurellum on Mael for a little bit more damage. That was the fight Zero was talking about for the XP route, right? But it also gives Mael the Brurellum.
It's, so the big EXP goal is to get you to 776 with Mael being the 6, because that gives you enough Lumina on Luna and Gustav to put critical burn dead energy too. And perhaps we can go to the Goblin fight now because I think B-Dud's fighting him.
Yes.
Yeah, so at the start of the Goglu fight, you'll notice that B-Dud did not counter. That's just because it's not needed, I think.
It's only like 100 damage if you counter there. So, yeah.
Yeah,
Don't really need it.
And you shoot off the shields at the start, or no?
Yes.
Yes.
These shields then go into Wildfire.
Ooh. So on
Big
Goblu,
benefit.
we're hoping for the crit on Per Se. We got it. 9,000 damage from Mael right there.
Nice.
Virtuous crit.
Nice.
Yeah, so right there you kind of saw on that last turn how I positioned to what we were talking about, how exposing attack applies defenseless, and then we can use Mark on Gustav. And we use that all to buff Mael's Pierce. So we're relying on all the buffs, plus the crit to try to go and rely specifically on it all leaning into that Pierce hit before we do the Pierce ourselves, yeah.
Plus 200% from Virtuos, plus 50% from Mark, plus 25% from Defenseless. All stack. Oh, and plus 25 from Powerful. So yeah, stacking it all up at once. Oh, both crit.
Dang it.
Good start. But one crit isn't good enough to guarantee a good fight, sadly. We still need at least like a Gustav overcharge crit at the very least, since I don't think Ivor's got the Mael parry.
I actually did get both the parries, but I was a little bit short on damage still.
Damn.
And
That's
that's
crazy.
not great.
I'm gonna need the second Mael crit to have a chance of getting a fast fight.
Yeah, I'm messing up the end of this fight. Oh, Gustav actually finished the fight. Okay, I was not expecting that. I didn't think Pierce probably would have finished there in even defensive stance. I should have done that. But yeah, that was a little rough for me at the end, but
Yeah, unfortunately, taking a hit does mean that B-Dud gets minus 20% XP.
yeah.
Like, I guess usually you get a 20% increase. So I don't know what that is.
So
as
you're
an
like
increase.
a base 100, I guess. Which does matter a little bit. It'll make one slight difference, and he won't be able to learn Powerful before Robust Like a Patata. Or, let me rephrase that. He will need to use Powerful on Robust Like a Patata, because Mael will be a little bit weaker.
Yeah, Mael won't have the extra XP to be one like level higher, so we won't be able to invest in extra might for her. So we'll have to use some other buff via Powerful to fix that lost might damage that we won't have. But that's only for like Ancient Sanctuary. We'll be able to right before Ultimate Saga Batata, I'll be able to get that might back, and we'll be still on route. But yeah, so there's no point for me flagging here then.
Did Goblu absorb the flowers on your fight, Zero?
Yeah, I didn't get the second Mael crit I needed.
Unlucky.
So pretty similar Goblu's. B-Dud is still ahead from the Avec start, but now would be a good time to point out that the runners have varying quality of PCs and graphics settings, so it might appear that B-Dud is more ahead than he actually is. Because we timed this speedrun on load remove to time to make it fair.
He does got the 40-90 advantage. That's my excuse if I lose.
Okay,
It's
so
not
here
that
I gotta
big.
do Powerful, and otherwise you'll probably see Zero skip that. So yeah, it's just minor differences like that will matter in like the route. It's not gonna be like I lose a minute or anything like that. We'll apply Defenseless.
The XP route is actually pretty forgiving. It might not seem like it because it's like you'd think that would matter a lot if you lose 20% multiple times. I think if it happens multiple times, it might be a problem. But generally, if you got hit on the fight or two in the run, you can recover. In terms of the XP route, you might have to maybe do an extra flag or something somewhere, but the changes are generally pretty small to adjust to fix things.
So notice the lines the runners take through this area. This is, I feel like it's one of the more technical movement parts. It's not the easiest thing to take the tightest turns and the straightest lines here in the Ancient Sanctuary. as the party says, it's. I actually have gotten lost here on speedruns after being experienced. It's one time I got lost, and then the party was like, I forget what they say. Yeah, like they built their village hard to find. You don't say.
I know what line you're talking about. It's like it's on purpose, so it'd be hard to find their village.
Yeah.
Something along those lines. We'll hear it soon enough.
Yeah, actually, we just heard it on B-Dud's side.
Okay. I'll hear it soon enough, I guess.
So if you get that cutscene transition there, you can actually put on Gustav's level 4 weapon right now, which helps a little bit with his damage, but it doesn't change the fighting strat for this fight overall. But you have to remember to take it off later too. So it's
we even talked about it briefly, but we got these like cutscene menus, or like when you're about to enter a cutscene, there's like a 3-second where there's like easy horizontal black bars like on top. And also, this will be able to do anything, but if you time it pause just right as you're entering the like zone, you have like 3 seconds to menu before the cutscene starts, and we try to take advantage of that as much as we can. Squeeze as much in there as possible, like equipping the Saccharam, for example, which will give us a bit more damage for free. And then we'll have to switch it back later, but since we can do it during a cutscene menu, it doesn't actually lose any time ever.
Yeah, and damage can be very tight on this fight. And menuing during cutscene transitions was a point of contention recently. Well, we had a vote on it, and it's been allowed. It might seem a little weird sometimes for Glitchless, but most of the runners agree that it's fun, and yeah, we had a vote, and it's allowed in Glitchless because it makes it more interesting, the run. It's
it makes
nice
it flow a lot better menuing wise, that's for sure.
Yeah, and
It's not
technically menuing speed doesn't matter as much anymore because you can, you're able to do our menus in 0 time, but you still have to do them fast to get them in 0 time. But yeah, basically the runners will usually jump forward, or they'll open the menu and then jump briefly afterwards. If you jump a little bit after opening a menu, you're able to like go very far forward as the menu opens. And you can actually just save a little bit of time jumping off ledges as you menu, but that tech is used to jump into cutscene transitions, and during the load-in, you're able to, if you open the menu and jump at the same time into a cutscene transition, you get those 3 free seconds of menuing. Did you just try to menu going into the exit there?
It's way too quick to menu for anything, but it's been an idea that
we do that sometimes in
blood
Vlad to like do formation swaps, but we don't really use that in any percent.
Like it might be just quick enough that you can do a weapon switch there. So that's something that I've been wanting to play with there. If I do start equipping the Saccharam at Ultimate Sakabatot in that cutscene transition entering that fight.
Yeah, as Zero said, you might as well.
Yeah, you don't lose anything by trying.
It's really a village of Gestrels.
So we're at Gestral Village now. We love all these goofballs. We gotta talk to Golga right here, and she's gonna basically put us in a tournament. We're gonna have to go through 4 fights. So what these 4 fights will do is put us in a situation where we're forced into a solo fight. So we're gonna have Mael as our solo fighter, and we're not gonna be able to use buffs from our teammates since it's a solo fight. So we got some fire abilities from Mael there to help us get through it really fast. So we'll do all of these with like 2 turns. We have Degagement, which makes a target kind of like weaker to fire, and then we have Rain of Fire, which is a powerful fire attack. So we'll chain both of those together to get through these fights.
Note that
also put you in offensive stance.
Yes.
So offensive stance and weak to fire.
Yeah, we didn't really explain stances, I think, for Mael, did we?
I don't think so.
So, Mael has like 3 stances plus stanceless, which does nothing. Offensive makes her do 50% more damage, but also take 50% more damage. Defensive makes her take 50% less damage. I think she like builds a bit more AP when pairing. There's something else like that, but we don't care about that because it doesn't give us more damage. And then there's Virtuous, which just gives you like 300% more, or 300% extra damage, or 200% more damage. Basically 3x multiplier. And that's the one we've been taking advantage of this whole time, as much as we can.
Yeah.
But our only move that puts us there requires the enemy to be burned. So in these fights here, we don't really have the turn economy to do it. Which is why we're just going into offensive with the engagement and then fire move.
Yeah, we don't have Loon here to light them up first.
Yeah.
But yeah, the early game's all about, after Vec and we get Mael, it's all about the Virtuos per se on Go Blue, Sakapatat, and Francois. But fortunately, at the arena here, not only is Mael's actually, I think, just the fastest option for soloing the arena fights. I mean, I guess, yeah, you could pick someone else and then switch to Mael for the final fight to get her weapon. That's the other reason we're picking her. The Medellum, it automatically starts Mael in Virtuos stance whenever she enters a battle. And so she'll no longer have to set up a Virtuos stance. Well, she will if she needs more than one Virtuos per se. But yeah, well, Francois, I believe you do per se an expert,
Yeah,
right?
it's still a per se fight.
And then
we have
Lampmaster
just enough
will
damage
open up
to
with
guarantee the one shot.
Oh wow!
Like we can be 29 might at this point, and that's not enough. We have to up to 32 might to get the Frenzel on one shot. The 3 extra might makes the difference.
And you do take Mael to Lampmaster, right? Not Gustav.
No, we take Gustav. Mael is last seen in the Landstrom 6 fight. Until, like, besides the Force fights and then, like, Act 3, of course. Alright, give me a moment, I have to focus here. If I lose this duel, I'm losing, like, a million years.
Yeah, so I just finished the CL fight. Luckily, I didn't die because basically this fight works differently if you mess it up, where the fight, you actually keep progressing the story regardless of if you win or lose. So if CL wins that fight, since she just joined our party as another party member, you just Golgar gives you her like weapon. Gives her a weapon that's geared to her Tor instead of any other characters. But if we win that fight as Mael, we get gifted a weapon suited for Mael instead. And that weapon is very important because it is the Medallum. Oh shoot. I accidentally bought something too much. I need money.
You can back it up probably like some Stone Lake Quips money. There's like 2 extra pickups in the route at the moment you could take.
Oh shoot.
What did you buy?
The first item before Polished Catalyst, so I don't have enough critical moment now.
Oh, there might be some money in here somewhere, but I don't know where. Like the fastest.
Yeah,
one
I don't
is.
know. I'm gonna lean into the overworld because I know that there's money drops in here. That's not good.
That's
How much
that's
do you
like
need?
sorry.
I need just 500.
Oh, so yeah, the money route is actually very precise in the early game.
Yeah, it is.
You really
Very
can't
precise.
afford, like, I think you're down to like the hundreds after buying everything we buy there, the 2 polish and the critical moment. Sometimes you get a polish drop and you can skip buying some of those, and then you can skip some later money pickups, but at this point, to me, you don't get any like relevant drops. If you make any kind of mistake or forget a money pickup, you're gonna run into the issue that B-Dub's running into now.
Yeah, so Francois is not going to go exactly as I planned because of this either. Well, I mean, I guess it will go as planned. I just won't start learning the Lumina for under Gustav. So I don't know if we've explained it, but basically how Pictos work is in order to, they grant you a special ability based off of the person that has them equipped. But if you want to learn them and have them applied to everyone, you have to do 4 fights, win 4 fights with them. And then you can like start putting them on everyone at the same time. So that's what we want pretty fast, pretty early on. And I might miss a fight on that because of that.
If you do the Rocher fight, and Stone Lake Clips is a pretty good one to get an extra Lumina point. That's like my go-to if I make a mistake like that.
It's probably yeah.
Yeah, critical moment, very important in the route. It gives a 50% crit chance buff, and it's very important for Loon. As I mentioned earlier, her Lightning Dance ability gets double hits whenever she crits. And so critical moment and critical burn, and then just 25% natural crit rate from Pictos gets her up to 100, I believe.
Yes. Which is very nice. I would be miserable if it was 99, and it's like because even with 99, it's 12 hits per Lightning Dance. The odds of you missing one are like 10% roughly. And that would, like with the more precise fights, that wouldn't make you miss kills. Like Landmaster, that would definitely make you miss a kill, for example. Especially depending on which hit fails the crit, because like the first hit has the crit for the second one to come out. So if you miss the crit on the second one, you only lose like 1,000 damage. But if you miss the crit on the first one, you lose like 4,000 damage.
Beat on getting the extra money pickup there.
Yeah, there's one right next to where you meet SKA. That's worth 1,300. So I'm glad I remembered that one. Yeah. So I'll have to go back to Gestural Village after this. So that'll be a shame, but should only take a minute.
Detour. Oh, we still have SKA, so you can travel a bit faster.
True.
Yeah. SKA is.
Okay, so now we're gonna go fight the best boy, Fran. I'm gonna try to do a cutscene transition here so I can put Dead Energy 2 in Dodger. Dead Energy 2, putting it on everyone, or like, it has its special benefit, but it has a hidden benefit too, where everyone does 10% extra damage with it on. So, yeah, just having that on, even sometimes we use it for its actual ability, which is to generate 3 AP on killing an enemy, but sometimes it's more useful on everyone when we take care of that hidden damage boost. And once we get First Strike in Stone Wave Cliffs, then we'll be able to do 2 Pictos that have that hidden 10% damage boost, so we'll have 20% extra damage on Lune for Lampmaster for having those 2 on.
So you'll notice something interesting in this fight. We apply Mark Shot and then take off his shields while the mark is still on. So the mark doesn't, like, normally if you do any instance of damage, something that's marked, it'll consume the mark. But fortunately, if shields are on the target, that it doesn't work like that. The mark just stays there. So that's how they were able to do that. Mark Shot with Gustav at the start, and then take out the shields. Apply defenseless with a Loon attack. 3 more mile shots to get rid of the last shield, and then per se. And it's a guaranteed kill. It just does max damage with that whole setup, because we have the Medallum, starting with Virtuose Stance on Mael. Yeah, they don't need a crit to one-shot Francois there.
I think it's just under max with no crit. It's like 9,800 or something. Not that it matters, you're still guaranteed to kill, but it's just a fun tidbit. Also, for anyone that wants to try to learn this, there is one issue. The newest patch with the thank you update did fix that 10% damage boost that B-Dud was just telling you about. So this route will no longer work on the live patch. We will work on like making an update that will work, but it probably won't be ready until like after GDQ, sadly. But if you're on PC, you can down patch.
So one neat speedrunning tech.
The game after GDQ, you know.
Yeah. I recommend. It's a really great RPG speedrun. Best FF since FF10. Zero might hate me for saying that.
No, I agree.
You agree? Best FF since FF10. And unlike all other FF speedruns, it's a very short speedrun. If you don't have much time, you can learn how to do this game in under 2 hours. Especially on story. Without
can trust him.
Yeah, without too much headache. It's not the hardest thing to pick up, especially story, and it's very short in comparison to most RPG speedruns. And it's fun.
It is. The hardest thing you have to learn is just like parry timings. On story, that won't be as difficult because you have the bigger windows. So, pretty easy learning curve. Once you get past that issue.
I'll also say, if you're learning this category specifically, Zero's notes are polished so well and formatted so nicely that it really made it really nice for me, I know, when I'm trying to follow the run. So I think a lot of other people would agree.
Yeah, absolutely. It made the process as painless as it could be.
Aw, shucks. Thanks, guys.
We did get in the critical moment, Picto.
I got it. Yeah, so this, I don't like this.
As he was mentioning earlier, might have some learning issues. So Pictos, once you have them equipped for 4 battles, they will be learned, and you can equip them as Lumina, which, if you're familiar with FF games, is like abilities. Like in FF9, you equip equipment and you learn abilities from them. In Expedition 33, Pictos are your equipment and Lumina are your abilities. But yeah, critical moment is something we B-Dub might end up at 3 out of 4 for critical moment being learned when he wants it to be learned. You might have to back that up. So we have an interesting strat in this overworld fight here. Loon's actually going to suicide. Actually, I messed it up. I was supposed to be like, oh no!
Oh no! What's he doing?
Yeah, missed opportunity. My bad.
That's right. We'll find some more of this meme later on, surely. But yeah, the reason we do that there is just so we can get her under 30% HP, so she can have critical moment, because critical moment only works when you're under 30%. And this will be a trend throughout the whole run, because sadly the game does auto heal us a lot, and we're gonna have to keep on setting up our HP over and over again. So it's not the first time Lune wildfires herself, or it's not the last time, I should say.
Yeah. Luna's not the most careful with her wildfires in this route. A little too wild. But no, yeah, it's for a good reason, to set her up for critical moment, and later on at death's door, our characters will benefit from being in critical HP from critical moment, which gives them a 50% crit rate increase, and then at death's door, which is the reward from Lampmaster, gives them a 30% damage increase.
50%.
Oh, it's 50%. Wow.
Yeah, it's so much.
It's awesome.
That's why later on you'll see we're setting up all of our characters to be in crit. Well, some fights just 2 characters, like for Mass Keeper. We don't have CL set up for big damage. It's just Loon and Verso. But then Renoir 2, the big confrontation at the end of Monolith, will take an extra fight and have the whole party suicide. Actually, for Lampmaster, it's just Loon that gets low for Lampmaster,
Yeah,
right?
it's just Lune.
Yeah. Yeah, no more extra fights, I believe, until Lampmaster, just that
Unless you're
overworld
me.
fight. Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
since I
because
didn't.
of the...
Yeah, he needs to take an extra fight to look critical moment. But hey, the brochure in so many clips, it takes like 10 seconds, so it's not too big a deal.
It does. That's the
Okay.
yeah. I'll do that one.
What have we
I think you've got your money fixed at this point too, but does also give you a little bit of money.
A little
That's
bit
some
of
EXP.
platforming to get to the first strike Picto. So, you can skip a couple ledge grabs, jumping on some terrain.
Did you get the jump first try, B-Dud?
I did. Wait, did I?
Let's go.
I wasn't paying attention actually.
I think
don't-
so.
I think I did.
Let's say you did.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not a hard jump, but it's also not as easy as it looks, and both me and B-Dud have been having issues with it recently. Where we used to be good
Yeah.
at it, and now we mess it up.
It's one of those things too, where if you mess it up once, you like don't get it for the next like 5 tries or something.
For me, it feels like you want to do it fast, but it seems like you just have to rub up against it before you take that jump for it to be
Yeah.
consistent. And it's
I
just
kinda-
the speed running bones in my body don't want to do that. I want to just jump. And
Yeah,
then
that makes sense.
Maybe that's where I'm going wrong. Maybe I'm trying to go too fast in my speed run.
I think if you, oh yeah, but that specifically,
Going
I
fast
think
in your
that, yeah,
speedrun?
rubbing up against it's good. Going fast.
In 2026, we don't go fast in our speed runs. We go slow in our speed runs. We optimize swag over speed every time.
Hey, that does make for a better viewer experience.
Exactly.
That's how you make it big.
Good balance.
I have a question. Do you think that the this game having won, Game of the Year of 2025, that's a huge title. Do you feel like that in and of itself kind of affected the speedrun community in any way? Did you see like a surge in people who are more interested in the game because of that fact, or do you think it kind of like stayed the same in its own niche within speedrunning?
I think I noticed a bit of uptick in like the Discord, new people like showing up in chat. I can't say how big it is, but
Yeah.
I've definitely noticed some new faces since it won Game of the Year.
I mean, and the thank you update got people talking. Yeah, people that I haven't seen in the Discord in a while, coming back and getting excited about maybe he's trying to speedrun some of the new stuff.
Anyway, for anyone that hasn't played it, thank you update's so fun. That's so cool.
Yeah.
It is just when you didn't think the game could get any better, they just surprise you. It just and it's like I've had to think about builds in a whole different way than with this update too. So it's like it adds a lot. It's nice. I could not do this fight like this. Because I need my L. Shoot.
Oh, they did not have my own. Oh, you already did the formation swap, huh?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, this isn't... Yeah, okay. I might be here for a second.
I told you.
This does seem
Unfortunate.
like a difficult. This does seem like a difficult fight.
Well, normally you don't have to take this fight, and yeah, just that's the issue with speedruns, especially when you have to do a marathon like this. It's like one little mistake, in this case, like buying something that didn't let him buy critical moment right when he wanted to, just leads to all this complicated backup that's much easier to mess up than just doing the run normally. But did you?
Yeah.
You successfully
Speaking of
backed up.
messing up, I
critical
just
moment?
died to lamp.
Oh no.
It's fine. It'll even things out. It's all good. He did
Yeah.
attacks of each charm on Luna. I graded for parries for AP.
And before
the
I
first one.
also die on Lampmaster.
He's
But that
Oh, I
won't
forgot it was
happen, right?
faster to let him kill me. Got. All right, I'm evening things out some more. I went down the rope as always too after you reload there.
Oh, I hate when I do that.
Yeah. I should have just the right thing to do was just to let him kill me with his AOE, and then I could have done retry. It would have been a lot faster.
Yeah, Lampmaster is a tough one. I mean, he can be stressful on story difficulty.
I'd say for different
Yeah.
reasons, but yeah, one of his moves, Attack with Sweet Charm, is just like one of the hardest moves to parry in the game.
Yeah.
I think I parried like a frame early or something, and I died for it. I don't have the best opening. I had a pretty good opening in that last one.
So the Lampmaster strat revolves completely around Loon and getting her stains set up. So I talked previously about how Lightning Dance is huge because it does double damage whenever it crits. So yes, we have Loon set up with critical moment and critical burn and a 25% natural crit rate from Pictos. She has 100% crit rate. Lightning Dance needs 3 stains, earth, ice, and fire. And by opening up the fight with a I forget the exact moves, but 2 moves gives Loon the 3 stains she needs. And then Gustav uses Powerful, and Loon just lights Lampmaster up. Does
The feeling when I
all
have to
of his
shoot
HP with the
Lampmaster
lightning
for
dance.
damage.
Oh,
Never had to do that before.
Oh wow.
I got unlucky with Immolation not critting, and then he did double Gustav single target, which is like the weakest character for countering, so... I need about like 1500 extra damage assuming the Immolation crits, but the Immolation didn't crit, so... I need like 1700.
Yeah, it's a beautiful setup. Lots of this speedrun revolves around crit RNG, but with 100% crit rate, we don't have to worry about the
Oh.
crit RNG.
I don't have my... Okay, I'll have to go 1 extra turn, I think.
Yep.
Let's push forward.
I'm just gonna play this safe.
Well, actually...
I got Attack of Beach Arm on Lune again, by the way. This jerk. That is his worst move, and everyone else I think can take like 1 hit of it and you'll be fine. But Lune, since she's at 1 HP, she just dies. And since your revive puts you at 30%, you're no longer in critical moment range. So it completely like breaks the fight.
Staying now.
But you can see how much
this works.
damage Lune's doing there.
No margin for error.
So after the lightning dance in phase 1, a nice backup, Vito. That was
Yeah. Oh,
sick.
it's not enough, though. Oh, shoot. No! Not this one!
Forearm.
And I want to see what's going on in Vito's run right now. It sounds exciting.
It is. Yeah, we
Okay, we're
nice,
good.
nice. Didn't have the energy tent because of the other fight.
Yeah, from the roster, I used an
Oh,
energy
wow.
tent there.
And it was a good backup. Yeah, Lynn didn't have enough AP, so she was missing power. Like we had to skip a turn, so she was missing powerful. It wore out. Normally she would
Yeah.
have it still.
Didn't really mention, but the turn order there is actually very precise as well, because the powerful only lasts for 3 turns, and you need it for both lightning dances. So you have to structure your turn order in a way where you can do powerful, and then right after Lune has to do the first lightning dance, and then get the wildfire and next lightning dance off before it wears off. So she has like no like room to do any other actions.
What is
I
the
mean,
opener
that's
with Loon? It's wildfire into Ice Lance, or is it the other way
Immolation
around?
into Ice
Oh,
Lance.
Immolation into Ice Lance. Yes, and then Lightning Dance, and on phase 2, just a wildfire is enough to give her those 3 stains she needs again for the
Yeah,
second
you can just keep
Lightning
doing
Dance.
wildfire from that point on, and you'll always have that
It'll
one
loop
stain
it.
left over after lightning dance that you can reuse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, now we have officially finished Act 1. Our boy Gustav has unfortunately left us to go get some milk from the grocery store, so he won't be here for the rest of the run.
Milk
That's
store
okay.
is very far away. Very far away.
Yes.
What are you talking about? This is Gustav. His hair just got a little wider. Voice changed.
This is Gustav from the past or the future or something. I don't know, one of the two. We're going with the time travel. The time travel theories for this run.
So we're immediately unlocking Berserk Slash and Defiant Strike here. Verso shines as soon as you get him. He deals massive damage. And in Act 1 in the Stone Wave Cliffs, we got the Delaram, right? Or do you
Nope.
guys not get that? No,
We
oh
get the
my
Lance from
goodness, I'm
6
sorry.
and no,
I
it's all good.
do so much story difficulty. It's a bit different.
The Delaram is a really good
Delaram's
weapon.
not
It's
needed.
just it doesn't fit in well. And because in other categories you don't. Oh, oops! I missed. Okay, this could be interesting. I missed the
no
dodge on
menu.
burst, so he died one turn too early. Okay, I got my out. This should be fine.
Oh,
Everyone okay?
I think I can
yeah,
make
I'm
this
delayed
work.
because I don't have the Discord feed for Zero.
Yeah, sorry. I blame my internet. Blame Spectrum
No,
internet.
yeah, makes sense.
It's so cool. I want to test this anyway.
Okay.
Okay, no, that is slower. Good to know. Luckily, I got a good pattern there with him targeting Mael with the gradient attack, so she does a lot more damage over counters since she has Virtuous Stance into the down. But
Could you
if I did
describe the
that,
duelist? Sorry. Go ahead.
well, I guess I was going into it. Normally, with how that fight's done, you mark with Verso, and then the gradient attack will always target Verso if he's alive, and we actually intentionally get hit by it. So
Yeah.
he was supposed to die in that fight regardless, just not at the spot where he died for me. But that's because we want to get into low HP for Critical Moment, for Death's Door, which Pete talked about earlier, 50% more damage, but also his skill Berserk Slash, which does more damage the lower HP he is. And that's essentially how we're going to be doing the next fight with Duel East. Versa will be the main damage dealer, and is going to just Berserk Slash like crazy, and he'll be hitting for a ton of damage without too much effort. Doesn't need to build up stains like Lune does.
It doesn't even need the Delaram.
No.
But yeah, I
We
guess the
should-
difference is, in story we have the Delaram, but here you set up at Death's Door with, critical HP
Yeah.
Verso.
Is it still
Delaram is a weapon you can get in Snowwave Cliffs, so you have to like go out and take a detour to like a paint cage, and which is like something where you have to shoot like 3 locks for it to unlock. It's a good weapon, and if we didn't get the Lance from 6, it'd probably be our choice, but when we set up Lune's HP by having her die to that wildfire earlier, we also killed that fight, and that fight drops the Lancer on level 6, which is good enough for us to get through with. We don't need the Delaram. Since story doesn't need to lower Lune's HP, they get the Delaram. I forgot a money pickup somewhere.
Oh no.
I know how to back it up, but I probably forgot the farm money. Which is so stupid because it's right there, right along the way.
Looks like we passed the danger zone. And no sign of
Depending
I don't
on
know if
if
this-
I forgot something, I might need that backup too in a second. I think my chroma should be worked out, but we'll see. But we have to make a little pit stop here at the merchant because it sells Inverted Affinity, which is a very good pick that gives us 50% extra damage in the first 3 turns. I do have enough, just barely.
As routed.
But yeah. 50% in the first 3 turns is quite a lot of damage. So we just can't receive any heals during that time, but we actually use that punishment to our benefit in the future. You'll see how in about like 20 minutes-ish or 15 minutes-ish, maybe.
Yeah,
Funnily
we'll use
enough, in the
fact that it heals
speedrun-
damage to set up crit HP before Mass Keeper.
Not just Masskeeper. I think the coolest
Yeah.
one's probably the Renoir 1. I love that setup.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sick.
Alright.
Okay, so I'm in Duel East now, and this is my favorite boss in the game, personal favorite. But yeah, you'll see kind of, I'm just gonna do the safety strat here, but you'll see how Verso's Berserk slash just goes burr here, pretty much. Three hit combo attack with 999 damage is just insane. I'll parry for a little bit of extra AP there. Energy Tense. Fine Strike just to finish the phase 1. Okay. So yeah, depending on if Verso gets targeted, you can do a hybrid version that's like maybe like 15 seconds faster or something. It's a little risky, but since Verso's the only one suited up to deal good damage right now, he's the only one where counterattacks kind of deal good damage also. So it's not really worth pairing with Lune and CL unless you know exactly what you're doing and you know the exact damage that you need, but it's very unlikely you will.
Wise up, Verso.
Yeah, basically, if you try to finish phase 1 as fast as possible, you risk phase 2 being much slower unless you get lucky. Is basically what's going on, I think.
No, that's accurate, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much if you go for fast phase 1, for phase 2 to work, you need Verso to get targeted by his opening move, or you're not going to have enough damage. And then you have to watch his next 2 attacks, which were much longer in phase 2.
Quick question. After this boss fight, would after that be a good time to do a bit of a wellness break like we typically do here on GDQ Hotfix?
Yeah.
Should be fine, buddy.
Wonderful, wonderful. Let y'all continue.
I think B did you're a bit ahead of me, so maybe you should say when to stop. I have like cinematic for like 15 seconds, and then I'm good.
I'm in the final cinematic.
Oh, are we
wow.
caught up?
Yeah, you are synced up right now.
Oh wow.
This is a tight race. This is a very tight race.
Okay, let's pause right after this, right now.
Sounds good. I'm ending the
Love the
cutscene.
finisher on
Stopping here.
Duel East.
Yeah, once
Right,
you
we
walk
will-
out of it.
All right, beautiful. We will pause the timer here. Folks, here on GDQ Hotfix, we typically do a wellness break during longer runs such as these. And so we will be right back. It'll be a brief 6-minute break, don't worry. So stay tuned for the second half of this wonderful race of Clair Obscur Expedition 33. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody, to the GDQ Hotfix. I hope you enjoyed your wellness break there. I hope you got up, stretched, got some water, went to the bathroom. We are back here again with Clair Obscur Expedition 33. For those just tuning in, this is the Scenic Route, a show all about glitches and NMG speedruns. And we are doing a wonderful race of any percent expert glitchless of between BDUD5 and 01337, who will be showing off this exact category. Both of them will be racing together at Awesome Games Done Quick 2026 next week for those that are going there in person, and of course watching the show online. With that being said, we'll get straight back into the run so we can enjoy the second half of this amazing race. So runners, count us back in and we'll start.
All right.
All right. You guys ready?
Can you count us down?
Yeah, count us down
Yep.
for us, Pete.
On go. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
These runners are pretty much tied.
Yeah, so we just completed the Duel East fight. I'm sure that looked really sick side by side, but yeah, we're a little bit like 5-10 minutes-ish into Act 2 now. Ooh, I got a recode, nice. But yeah,
same.
we are we need a recode for this next place that we're going to, Minoko Station, because we need to recode Lune's stats completely to 0 so that we can redo them to work with the strats coming up here soon. But yeah, we just completed Duel East, so we get a reward from Duel East called the Dueliso. This is a weapon for Verso that's gonna basically give you an extra turn after a base attack, and that comes in handy quite a lot because remember the Picto that we got earlier, exposing attack that applies defenseless on base attack? Pairing those together is basically a free defenseless every time you have a Verso attack. Ooh, I did not get my menu there. You could do a little menu there where you start doing, basically you're gonna have to switch over versus Pictos over to Lune now, since we're gonna start having Lune be the main damage hitter again.
We're bringing Lightning Dance back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was some annoying obstacles to cutscene menu around. It seems like I've never tried to do a menu there yet.
Yeah, for me it's like
I think
I'm
you
used
go
to.
on the left side, right?
Yeah, I jump on the left side, and that's very consistent for me. I messed it up there, but it basically once I land, I know exactly when I need to jump again, but I hit part of the rod, so I didn't land exactly where I thought I landed. So it took me out
Do you
of
need to
sync.
upgrade your tent here?
Nope.
No. In
No,
fact, it would
okay.
ruin our strats if we did.
It
Oh,
would.
you don't. That's just a story thing. Okay.
Yeah, we want
So you
the
do,
healing tent to be at like 300 or 1/3 damage,
30%,
so that yeah, for Renoir 1.
How far to Minoko Station?
So the runners gave Loon and CL some color of Lumina there, so that they have enough Lumina points for the Lumina they want. You also upgraded CL's weapon?
Or was Lune's
No,
lighter
not
at
yet.
level 9, which is as high as we can
Lune-
get it without going like doing
Yeah,
extra
of
bosses
course.
or going to the next like areas.
So Lune will be the main damage dealer for Minoko, Stalact, and Renoir. Renoir 1. I guess it's kind of the second encounter. We don't really count. It can be a little confusing when we're talking about this speedruns, because we do encounter Renoir with Gustave in Act 1. But generally, if you hear someone say Renoir 1, they mean the encounter in Old Lumiere that's coming up. And Renoir 2 is the end of Act 2, and Renoir 3 is the end of the game.
Hey man, that wasn't Renoir, that was white-haired man with brown hair.
Follow the tracks.
Okay, so we got quite a bit of menuing here. This is where I usually can, or I used to mess up it a lot, and it would throw the whole route into whack if you mess it up here. But yeah, like I said, we're gonna switch over the weapon and then switch over the Pictos to Lune to have her be the main damage hitter. So I'm gonna focus.
RNG is pretty much a thing of the past now in the route. Only minor RNG from here on out, like what moves certain bosses do, like how long they are. And it's certain moves you might get more counter damage off of, like the ballet move on Glissando. Sorry, in my throat.
Oh, good. This fight coming up is actually a great example of that, because Minoko has 2 fast attacks, so like dual attack or normal attack, and he has 1 really slow one, like the relentless one, which is like 7 seconds for no benefit whatsoever. So we don't want to see that one. Plus it's harder to parry or dodge. Nice. And I got a normal attack, so I am happy.
Okay, I got a normal attack. Nice.
Let's go. We stay synced.
Look how fast this fight is. Just the absolute disrespect.
This
This is why we don't use you later, Minogo. I'm sorry,
You
I
said-
didn't mean it.
No, you're good. You're good. I was just gonna make a small joke. Like you said, oh, we stay in sync. There's like a little jokingly, but if you look on stream, like when we started, like coming back from the break, y'all were moving literally the exact same moment, like perfectly in sync, like almost as if they were the same gameplay. It's wild. This is such a like tight race right now.
Hashtag scripted.
Ooh, another cool
Yeah, that was
flag
nice.
jump. Wait, both of you got it.
Let's go. I really like that one because you
looks
actually go on the rocks.
You
Oh,
just
I am-
launch forward.
Over leveled. Interesting.
It's from the Rocher probably.
Yeah, you're right.
Tippy
But it
has to
doesn't
make
break
sure he doesn't-
anything. You just have to be careful with the stats.
Yeah, I don't want to put too much stats. Like, if you're over leveled, you don't want to put too much in a certain stat, because then you might not be able to put as much as you want later. Like, if you do 3 extra might points, maybe you won't be able to do the 3 agility points you need later. Because you're over leveled now, but it doesn't mean you'll be over leveled later. Because the XP, you need exponentially increasing amounts of XP for each level, right?
Something like that. It kind of has a weird system where it's like every 5 levels are like close together, and then there's like a big jump in how much you need.
I don't need pointers from the one sitting on his lazy
Yeah, that's the gist of it. There's another issue potentially of our HP and like stats need to be really precise for the Renoir 1 fight because of how we're setting up HP there. So specking into the wrong thing can throw things off. I think as it is now, we also have like exactly 1 more speed than we need on Lune for that fight. So if you're any slower, you could run into trouble.
We have a unique fight here where we're learning the gradient charges for the first time, and as part of that, we get to show off. Like it basically gives us a gradient charge already learned or already like leveled up by time we use Lune. So we can use it to generate some stains there, where else we're not going to be able to utilize that anywhere else in the run.
She looks
Yeah, it's the
so
only
funny
fight
in
we
that
use it.
finisher.
Also,
but
fun
yeah.
fact about that select fight, it's the only run, or it's the only fight in the run where we don't have guaranteed crit rate on Lightning Dance. It's like 75%.
But it's so overkill that you don't need.
Yeah. You generally kill on
even-
like the third like hits, so.
Yeah, and even if nothing crits, I guess you might have to see the next move, maybe.
Yeah, possibly. I'm not sure. I've never been in
That'd
that
be really
situation.
unlucky,
'Cause,
though.
yeah,
I know that
balls are
day will
slow.
come someday. I'm so unlucky it'll happen.
Is that every speedrunner?
Yeah, so in that fight, starting off with an Immolate into the Trimmer, which is the gradient move, and then she gets a free turn with the 3 stains from the Immolate and the Trimmer. The Minoko fight is really cool. It starts off with an Immolate, and then Ice Lance gives her the next 2 stains she needs, so she has all 3 stains for Lightning Dance. And at the same time, Ice Lance slows Minoko down just enough so that CL gets another turn in front of him, and then she casts Intervention on Loon. So then right after the Ice Lance, she Lightning Dances him, and that's how Minoko only gets 1 turn on expert difficulty glitchless.
It's 1 turn more than he should get, alright? I'm tired of getting relentless comboed.
Yes, he has
But,
3 different moves he can use, and one of them is much longer than the other 2, and a little scarier.
So, fun thing with that fight, I mentioned how XP generally is pretty recoverable. That fight is one of the unique cases where it's so tight that, let's say you took a hit on Duelista and somewhere else, and you're 1 level lower for that Minoko fight. Even though you have the same stat attributions, he will now outspeed CL, and that'll break the fight. Because you will lose your defenseless on him. And the reason that happens is because essentially Luna is a tiny bit slower, and because she's a tiny bit slower when she does her Ice Lance, Minoko's kind of slowed for a little bit less time, even though in terms of turn count it's the same. And that changes the fight enough that he ends up faster than CL. It's a tiny margin that we outspeed him by. Sadly, we don't have like the formulas for speed or anything, so we have to just kind of test this and learn from experience, but it can be very precise.
Zero's doing this movement with Loon, and B-Dud's doing the movement with Minoko. I guess now would be a good time to point out that every character moves and behaves exactly the same. Their hitboxes are the same. Minoko is a daring choice by B-Dud. I find that it's hard to see when you're moving around.
Yeah, I will be honest. Minoko's probably my least played character, but just because he takes so much size up on the screen and his camera's pushed back more, so I had to give him some time to shine though. But yeah, I find that funny that you pointed that out.
Oh, so there's some RNG. Oh my goodness, B-Dud had to squeeze right by that first enemy there. There's one of the minor RNGs we have to worry about from this point out is just where enemies are. Sometimes you might have to shoot them. Because if you shoot an enemy, their hitbox is basically reduced to a microscopic point for the duration that they're stunned, so you can just run right next to them and buy them. But usually you're just able to run around enemies. It's just in certain scenarios, like that enemy was just in the doorway. But coming up here is a pickup. Probably it's already happened for Zero, but it can be a very scary pickup. We got to get auto rush, and there's these 3 enemies surrounding it. It looks like Zero did it very well. But yeah, the strat is to shoot the first enemy, stun him, and then go in and grab the Picto and get out as fast as possible.
Yeah.
B-Dud does it very cleanly. Nice.
Until recently, we would have to just wait to aggro, have the enemies aggro onto us, and then have them kind of like lead them away a little bit, and then like turn around and get the pickup on our way out. But yeah, using the shots to stun an enemy is makes some of those more consistent. You can't do it with all of them because there's a lot of items around in the overworld and optional areas where you'll see enemies crowded around by that, but sometimes just like that it can work if you work out the strat enough. Alright, so we have the big boy Renoir here. Mr. White-haired man himself.
So I might notice at the start of this fight, we wildfire ourselves with Lune to get our HP low. But the thing is, even when you're hitting yourself, there's still crit chance involved. So we have to make it work regardless of whether or not we crit ourselves or not crit ourselves. So we set up our HP in such a way that if we don't crit ourselves, we can healing tint ourselves to get ourselves below 10%. And if we do crit ourselves, we end up at under 10% naturally. So we actually want to crit ourselves here. But it's very precise, very mathematical. Yeah. You can then like maybe do offensive shift and not do the attack reverso, for example. But the math is essentially your wildfire needs to do 60 to 66% of your HP. So that way if you crit, you're doing under 100. 66 times 1.5 would be 99. So you live. And it has to be at least 60, so if you don't crit, the healing tint will do 30% of your HP, so you bring yourself down to 10 and under. That's why the stats have to be so precise there. It's also why we gave our energizing start 1 instead of first strike, just to get our HP up so the math checked out. Because then, yeah, the Picto gives you 320 health. That's like the only time in the run where we care about the health on the Picto. Well, almost the only time. I think the only other time is actually coming up with the wildfire and Visages, where if she gives her too much HP, she can survive.
This route is really beautiful. Like, yeah, I just want to say, like, it's really impressive how well you routed this from, because the route hasn't even changed that much in the past like several months. Like Zero really mapped it out and just figured out the best strats. Like just when I learned this category, like, and also the notes were very nice to learn off of. It was just, yeah, kind of mind-blowing, like, how we got such an optimized expert route, like, way faster than, like, Story Glitchless had a much different trajectory. It took, like, a lot of different people contributing, and it took longer for people to figure out the optimal strats. Zero kind of went above and beyond with the expert Glitchless routing.
Yeah, I know that me and a handful of others definitely tried to route this category when it came out, but nothing compared to how fast Zero was just, like, he certainly has a knack for all this stuff. It's really incredible.
Thanks, guys. It wasn't just Evo, and it took me a while, too. Like, for example, the Renoir 2 strat, that's not mine. That was, like, taken from Jan and Aishma's ideas. And, like, a Vec and all that stuff. It's not just my work in here. I'm just the one that kind of put all of it together along with some of my own ideas.
It's always a community effort.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, with Expert Glitchless, though, you're the clear guy. With Story Glitchless, there's like Fellwanger made the initial route, and then Ruinel made a lot of changes, and yeah, different people.
Yeah. But hey, who knows how optimized we are, really? Like, for example, I still believe that one day we might be doing Confident Fighter Skip and save like 2 minutes here.
That would be crazy.
One day TM. So
yeah,
we should mention that actually.
Pickup.
Yeah, the area we're in right now, we can go directly to the boss, but here we're making a pretty big detour just to get this Picto. Well, not just to get this Picto. This Picto is really good. It gives us 30% more damage, I think.
I think it's
30%
30,
increase. Yeah, 30% increased damage, and it gives us a lot of crit, 20% crit, which is really big. Sorry, I have to menu 1 second.
Yeah, this is when the menus start becoming a lot bigger too. Like this is probably one of the biggest that we go through.
So yeah, we come here just to do that and to set up our HP because there's no fights along the main route. But that whole detour takes over 2 minutes, so if we can cut that out, we have 2 minutes to play with to like try to make up this stuff. It just I haven't been able to come up with a good Visages fight.
Yeah, that's the main bottle or Visages makes sense.
Yeah, it's the first one. I don't know if it's the main one. There's still a lot of other things to consider afterwards. I think the biggest thing is losing the 20% crit, honestly. 20% crit on the Picto at this point in the run is so useful. Because this is the first part of the run where we're no longer going to be relying on critical burn for our like 100% crit. Well, I think we still do kind of... No, yeah, we have 100% crit without it at this point on Lune.
So as you've seen many times, Lune suicides with the wildfire ability, and Verso uses a ability that would normally heal him, but since he's inverted, he dies from it. And now they're both set up in crit HP for critical moment and at death's door bonuses.
Yeah, it's important to know for that fight that we had to switch our weapon on Verso in order to have it, or in order for it to actually kill us with that move. And again, it's like us healing ourselves, but it's killing us because we're in the inverted state where any healing items do damage to us. So, yeah, it's a cool way to set up Verso's health at the same time as Lune's. But then the other aspect is using Auto Rush that we picked up in the last level is on CL now. So she's actually fast enough to be able to flee there because she has to have first strike and be able to have another turn after first strike, basically 2 turns in a row in order for her to flee there on her own. So a lot of effort goes into even just the fights where we have to set up our low health.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, all this just so that they can escape, do the setting up for the critical HP and escape without letting the enemies get a turn at all. CL's gotta be pretty speedy for that.
Yeah. You don't need to like escape to set up the HP. You can just go to second party after your party wipes, but this just saves time. It's just purely time-saving optimization, which makes it cooler. Speaking of fleas, it's not too relevant to run, but the flea formula is pretty specific. It's like all your characters have to get a flea in, and you have to get in at least 2. So if Verso and Lune dead, CL has to get 2 fleas in, which is why she needs that speed. Ooh, this damage is... Yeah, I actually... So there's a new strat here where we use a tint instead of a leadership, but my damage was so low there. I don't trust it, so I'm going to add some shots and do the leadership. I think that was the correct play. I would have been short. Luckily, for this fight, you do get to see how you do with your parries and counters before you have to commit that decision. But an energy tint's like a second faster than doing a leadership, so if we have good enough damage, we can just skip the leadership in favor of that.
I think I'm going to do the tint. So
leadership
to
gives
see that from me.
It gives a 1 or 2 more AP than an energy tint.
Depends on your rank and the QT. At C rank, it gives 2 more.
And so you did that. You did leadership to allow yourself for who to shoot more? For Lune to shoot more after the leadership?
Yeah. So if I did the tint, it would have been on CL, and Lune wouldn't have had any AP for shots. But leadership gives AP to everybody. So I was able to get the CL AP and get AP onto Lune, so she had some shots she could throw at Masskeeper. Also, this is kind of cool. Check out my AP on all my characters here. They're all 0. And this will end it.
Perfect.
Yeah. So satisfying.
Take it.
It is very satisfying when your characters have just enough AP for the strat that's routed.
It sure is. That is one other change for the tint. If you do the tint, sadly you don't get that because you don't leadership Verso anymore. But also you need to... Sorry, I need to focus on the menu for a moment.
All good. So B-Dud's coming out of Masskeeper now. Still a tight race.
I was a little bit slow with Verso's turn there at the end. I didn't really get to utilize the full potential of me tinting CL for a few seconds faster. But yeah, just go into powerful there instead of leadership, and it's it's pretty nice.
Nice, you got the AoE also?
Yep.
That's another thing there. If we get the AoE move, we can use that to build up our AP and skip the leadership in favor of powerful. If we don't get the AoE, we get a 2 single target. We can generate enough AP, so we didn't have to attack and leadership it with Verso. The attack to apply defenseless, which kind of replaces the powerful, and then the leadership gives us the AP that we missed out on. It's not a big deal either way, though. 2-second swing. Go ahead.
CL is done being a support character. Now is her time to shine. Well, first, I guess we have the Monolith Marathon. This is a segment, like 10 minutes of running. And this is the glitchless category, which doesn't allow out-of-bounds skips. But funnily enough, regardless of what category you run in this game, you will have the Monolith Marathon. And no skips have been found, just due to how the level's designed. But then once we get to Renoir 2, CL's finally going to start being actually the biggest damage dealer, because at this point in the game, we are everyone's hitting the damage cap. CL's going to start hitting the damage cap by going into Twilight and having, all the buffs like powerful and defenseless and just high stats and a good weapon. We're going to get the T-Cerone from Sirin, which like amplifies Twilight damage. Oh, sorry, I'm like thinking way ahead. Holy crap. I'm used to skipping the Serin dungeon entirely. That's why I just suddenly started talking about the Monolith Marathon. But CL does play a very vital role in the Glissando and Serin fights as well.
Yes. So we should also mention why we've been using Lune instead of, say, Mael when Mael was doing such good damage. The big limitation in speedruns of every category in this game is the damage limit, where before Act 3 we're capped at 99999, or 4 nines, 10,000 damage. And Mael, she only has really single target stuff, or not single target, single hit stuff. Like Rain of Fire is like her best move at like 2 hits. You have Per Se, which does a ton, but it's only 1 hit, so the damage cap kind of ruins you. Lune has Lightning Dance, which is 12 hits, which is why she's so good. And CL has some really good abilities, but her damage scales like a little bit later in the run than Lune's does. Because she just needs more gear to do, like, her base, I guess, is lower than Lune's. So that's why we've kind of held off on using her.
But at this point, she'll do enough. Because Immaculate is something we get from Masskeeper, which is another 30%, or is it 50%? I think it's 30% as well. 30. Yeah, just like Confident Fighter. And her Gradient Attack Shadowbringer does 13 hits.
10.
And then 10, sorry. 10, and then Sealed Fate does 7. I don't know why I was thinking 13.
Yeah.
But those together is 17 hits. That's more than anyone else can do in a single turn. Except technically Verso, but he needs to get Steeled Strike. It's a bit of a complicated topic, but
we're Steeled Strike 13 hits also. Maybe that's why you're thinking of 13.
Yeah, it is 13. Yeah, that's probably what I was thinking of. Oh no, Beta just died to a counter here.
Oh no.
Yeah.
But so there's of course another setup.
Yeah. Which that one goes pretty nicely just because there's 2 ballets that will kill Verso and CL. You probably saw Zero actually use the perfect recovery to kill off Verso there, but I forgot to equip Lance Ram, so I'm just having the ballets kill me. But yeah, if we don't want to flee, if we can't flee on the first turn, we just have the enemies kill us, send in the reserve team, and then we can run immediately with them. As long as they have first strike on, we can run immediately from the fight.
I should note that we probably could find a setup to flee there, but the reason we don't do that is because we need CL to be low HP now too. So all our party members have to be low. But we don't have any good way to set up CL HP without her dying. So we just have to go for like the free character death. We don't have any other way to set up HP on all 3. CL, funnily enough, has a really good ability for setting up other characters' HP called Our Sacrifice. We never get an expert just because it's like on the opposite side of the skill tree, so we can't afford it. But even if we could use it, she would still have the issue of setting up her own HP, regardless.
Yeah, in Story Glitches, we have a very cool strat where, we do use Our Sacrifice to set up the other's HP, and then before Renoir 2, we get CL into critical HP on the Paintress Feet fight. She does damage to herself with an ability while she's inverted, similar to how Verso did a similar thing before Masskeeper in this route. And then a healing tent to knock her into crit HP, and then Minoko, so that she dies, and then Minoko just stands there and finishes the fight.
It's really cool. I tried to make that work for an expert, but she just doesn't have a good, fast way to set up HP for herself, sadly.
Yeah, the issue is you use intervention early on with CL on the expert glitchless route, because it's very useful to get Lune all the turns she needs to set up stains for Lightning Dance. In Story Glitchless, we don't use Lune because enemies have much less HP. It's just not needed to set that up, so we just go on the other side of the CL tree immediately and get Fortune's Fury, which doubles damage for a turn.
Yeah, also really good skill.
Yeah, but an expert we hit the damage cap through other means. No need for the Fortune's Fury. In Story Glitches, we do use intervention at the end of the run. We have to do a recode for that, but expert, you just have it. In this point in the run, we're restricted by the damage cap, as Zero was saying. So a number of hits is everything. That's why our strat's going to revolve around CL's Shadowbringer and Sealed Fate, and still Lune's Lightning Dance. Those are going to be our big hits. And once we get to Act 3, we unlock Painted Power, and then Mael will finally come back. Because once the damage cap is broken, Mael is just simply the best with Stendhal.
Yeah, Sten Hall, even post-nerf, is still absolutely busted. We do play on post-nerf patch, and you guys will see what kind of damage that thing does. It is not an okay skill. But going back to the Fortune Fury thing, that was actually one of the cool like early things of the routing this category.
Yeah.
I think we kind of had like two diverging paths going on. The people that believed in Fortune Fury, and me, who believed in Intervention, my goat.
My goat.
I kind of became beamed on as like the Intervention guy, but
Yeah, there's one that I was on the other side at the start, but then after I saw your route, I transferred over.
I think
I've
everyone
never seen
did.
this pathing beat I just did around the columns there. I need to adopt that. Wow.
Yeah, I always mess it up. It's Zero does it better.
There's like really tricky invisible walls there, but I think if you can get it partially, as long as you don't fall off early, it's faster.
Yeah, I still messed up the end of it, so I did a dodge, or not a dodge roll, but just a regular roll, and if you end up with a roll, it does lose you a little bit of time instead of just running normally. So you always try to avoid it. Okay, we got Glissando, which you'll basically get to hear everything that Pete and Zero explained.
Yeah,
But you get to see the
seals.
power of both of them together.
So one difference with the Loon strat now is we're setting up her stains with Elemental Trick. She has that now, and with 100% crit rate, it just gives her the stains she needs for Lightning Dance immediately. And
We no
they're
longer
able
need
to-
two turns. It's just one
Yeah,
now.
they're able to get a Lightning Dance off before Glissando even does anything.
The one condition for Elemental Trick, though, is that we have to have 100% crit, because it only generates the stains if the hit's crit. So if we didn't have 100% crit, it would not be an effective move. I mean, you can say like 90% and you gamble, but nobody likes to have their runs fail because you missed a chance on a crit. And I was gonna say that's another challenge of removing Confident Fighter, but you actually don't have Confident Fighter on her at this point. At this point, you have enough luck invested into her that that plus some like 10% crit rate Pictos is enough to get her to 50%, and then the remaining 50s from Critical Moment. At this point, both CL and Une have 100% crit rate, pretty much exactly, if I recall correctly.
But yeah, that's another like what makes this part really tricky from like Visage's Serene and going up the Monolith. Like it's very tricky to route these parts specifically because like we're getting all these new Pictos that helps us with damage boosting, and we gotta figure out how to like spread them across everyone between Lune and CL. And even if like, you know, we're limited somewhat by the fact that we can't learn all the Pictos because we need to go through 4 fights in order to learn them as Luminas to apply to multiple people. Even if we had that, it wouldn't be as useful because we don't have the Lumina to invest in people for them to invest multiple Luminas. Like we reach the max threshold of Luminas that we can invest up to them at this point, which is like around like, we're probably at like 30 Lumina points, something like that total at this point. It kind of scales with your level, but we don't like go off route to get any extra Lumina, or any extra colors of Lumina to help us for this, because obviously that takes time. So it is really tough to kind of route it all at this point. It's very, very particular and precise.
And
Yeah,
speaking
we only
of
get 4.
precise.
Go ahead.
Notice how Seren only gets 1 turn in this fight. It's absolutely beautiful. The runners make sure to not do too much damage before Seren gets her turn, so that she just has the Glissando's attack. So she's not pushed low enough so that she does an enchant move after the Glissando attack, and also isn't going to start her the Grand Ballet, which happens once she's pushed below a certain threshold. After the counter on the Glissandos, her dance becomes frantic, which means that she will enter the Grand Ballet on her next turn, but she's not getting another turn. With all the damage buffs and all the multi-hit moves from Loon and CL, she goes down, with only getting 1 turn.
It's honestly one of my favorite fighting strats in this game, the Serene strats, because yeah, her animations are so long. If you have to do this, like if you use the Glissando strat, which would work for this, like it would just have you go through the animations, and yeah, they're so long. This, like having that Glissando parry transfer over into making her go frantic and it interrupts her from doing any other animation is just, it's so cool that it works just like that.
So here I'm checking up on Verso and Mael. I'm wondering how they're doing. Very important to, you know, make sure that our characters are mentally healthy. Big part of the route.
Oh yeah,
Good job.
definitely
Golly,
not
optimistic.
definitely not the wrong option selected. This is intentional. It's really great how you had to mash through all those text boxes, and it wasn't just.
Yeah, it's like the only one that's not a cutscene skip.
Yeah, most of the time when you pick the wrong option at the campfire, you at least just get to skip a cutscene. But there, Zero had to mash through some dialogue. There's no cutscene skip, so it was a little bit of extra time loss.
Yeah,
But
I think
it's
that
good
one's sadly
'cause-
guaranteed to be that one, unless you've seen it before.
Let's make sure we're well.
What were you gonna say? It was good because.
beforehand.
I was just saying, B-Dud has fallen behind a little bit, but it is still neck and neck, and yeah, that puts it a little bit closer. They're both swimming to the monolith, as I thought we were doing earlier, mistakenly.
As far as I'm concerned, it's still anyone's game. This is really great.
100%. I think if we play perfectly, what decides it is Renoir 2. That's like the highest variance left in the run. But that's assuming we play perfectly, which we clearly are not doing so far.
Yeah. So we've talked about how RNG is pretty consistent from here on out, but yeah, there are some things like how long Renoir's turns are. But there's the scariest thing in this speedrun, especially on expert, is the Paintress fight. If you mess up the Paintress fight, well, first of all, we have all our characters at crit HP, right? So if they get hit by anything, they go down. And on Paintress, if something goes wrong like that, you probably have to reset the fight. And if it's in phase 2, then you're gonna have to redo phase 1 again. It's many minutes of time loss. So yeah, it can be nerve-wracking. Talking about it now before we get there, I don't wanna. Yeah, I believe in the runners. Like it's amazing how consistently they are able to pull it off. Because I mean, they make it look easy. It's not easy. Even when you've seen the moves hundreds, thousands of times. Like, yeah, when you're on a good pace, or you're in a marathon setting, yeah, it's tough. You only have a 0.21 second parry window. You've got to. I think you dodge a lot of the moves though, fortunately, which is nice.
We used to. I'm gonna go for like the 2-second time save by parrying in phase 2.
Yeah.
So...
Zero might be playing this a little bit more riskier than how I might. Did I not?
I'm in it for the thrill.
Aw. I didn't start the cutscene for my cutscene trigger, so.
Nah. I messed up my equip a little bit. I can get energizing turn on. No biggie. So yeah, this is like the part of the run where kind of nothing happens. We're just traversing through. Like all that we really have to do is dodge enemies until we get to Lumiere. But we're gonna squeeze in some menus on jumps and stuff. That's about it.
Yeah, just try to move as fast as possible. It's a lot. Like it's boring when you're just running around, but compared to the rest of the run. But there's still things to optimize. Like it's a game with a 3D environment and. Yeah, like some of the tightest lines can like be really weird in the monolith. Like, there's some little time saves you can go for that can cost you time if you get caught on a little pebble. There's lots of little pebbles that like to completely halt your character's movement. Even with Loon, who appears to be floating, can be completely halted by the tiniest of pebbles.
Yeah. I love Lune, but that is the one gripe. I'm like, girl, you're floating. How are you getting stuck on this pebble on the ground? And I also think that's like the hardest thing with this run is to like maintain your sanity as you're running, you look at chat for one moment, next thing you look back and you're just not moving because there's a pebble.
Yeah.
So there's a cool ledge grab skip coming up here to like jump on the side of the wall and then jump up to skip a ledge grab animation. It's like one of the trickier ones.
We don't like those animations. We gotta skip them at all times that we can. So yeah, it's a little tricky, but as long as you basically just kind of want to jump, you want the peak of your jump to be right. Like you want to reach the peak of your jump right as you go right above the ledge, pretty much, not jump into it. Yeah. So I want to mention a few things as we're going up here. So Zero has made some improvements, as we've mentioned, and he'll probably be doing a little bit more riskier things, slightly riskier things. It's still going to be the same fighting strats very similarly, but yeah, I want to congratulate Zero for putting in such good times this past week. Zero did improve the record of this category just last night, I believe. Yeah, so he got it down to a 1:45 loadless time. And honestly, that is so impressive to me to think about. It's like a little bit better than what my sum of best is at this point. So for him to been putting in the grind this last week and putting this run to points that I didn't even think was possible. And I've been running this like pretty much really actively for the last 7 months. It's just quite impressive. So yeah. Hopefully,
yeah, really impressive.
And some of these new things that he's going to show off, where he's going to try to go for the extra parries on Paintress and Renoir too, that's going to give him the extra time seconds that made that stuff possible. So I hope that he pulls it off seamlessly.
Thanks, man. Appreciate the kind words.
The world record was around 149 minutes for quite a while, and then like 148. And I think you had a high 147 for a while actually, but yeah, now it's at 145.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, that run was just crazy lucky. Get a Gabu, get a back. 107 Renoir 2 was the craziest part to me. That fight's generally around like the 125 range if you don't get like good moves. My next, like in practice, my best time on that fight was a 111 before that run. So I beat my best time by 4 seconds.
Wow.
And like a run compared to practice, that was
stars aligned.
Yeah. It's so sad too because I played so bad in Act 1. I think I was racing B-Dude earlier today. And I saved like 40 seconds to my PB between like Gabu and Lapmaster. In my PB/record, I freaking got caught by Catapult in Ancient Sanctuary, man.
Yeah, it's crazy how that run still has that much left over.
Yeah. Earlier today, you were golding like half of your splits.
Yeah, I didn't think there was that much room left in there, so it could still be improved. It's no category dead memes yet.
Yeah, and I wonder if there will be any significant changes in the future, like maybe skipping Confident Fighter. Like the route's been like mostly set in stone for a while now. It's just like minor optimizations, adding in the cutscene menus, and yeah, Zero's like, as B-Dud's saying, he's really cleaned it up. Like the menus are speedy, very speedy. Yeah, just everything it was a clean record, 145.
That's Act 1. We won't talk about that one, but yeah, thanks. I do wonder if the route will change significantly at some point too. I feel like we kind of have this issue now where we're kind of locked in on this being really good. We're not really exploring different alternatives, but at the same time, I have no ideas for alternatives. So
yeah,
because I find that like when you explore alternatives for routes, even if the alternative isn't good, you'll generally find new ideas that can be applied to the current one. And at least improve it that way.
Yeah. There's nothing to compare and contrast against. This is the expert route.
Yeah. So I'm hoping at some point some people will take a fresh look at it. Maybe I will at some point. It's hard because I made this. It's hard to have a fresh perspective.
Well, hey, if we route expert restricted, maybe that'll...
Yeah, that's a good point.
That'll certainly give us a new perspective.
So we're about to have our party members die again in this optional fight we're going to take here. And then we'll have the reserve party members come in and flee. And this is once again to set up at Death's Door and Critical Moment for all three, Loon, Verso, and CL for the Renoir 2 encounter.
So the cool thing about this fight, all three of these guys have AoE attacks only, so no matter who goes, they're going to wipe your party. But the guys on the sides have much faster animations than the middle one, so we intentionally slow the middle one, so we get the side guys to attack. And like I got the slow attack there, which is a few seconds slower than their fast attack, where he hits everyone at once. that's still comparable to the fast attack from the middle guy. So even with the bad pattern there, we wouldn't lose time compared to not doing the Ice Lance.
I got the fast attack there, so that's probably a pretty good comparison between the both of them.
Yeah, they both look fast. Yeah, it's a 6 strat slowing down the enemy with slower moves.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny because a lot of times I wouldn't even think about the enemy animation types, which I feel like part of that's because this was my first turn-based RPG that I speedran, but it's like something that I didn't even consider in the first few months is like, if this is an attack that's not even like out of my control that I couldn't even affect, why even consider like the time save on it and stuff? So that's
I mean, that's kind of a good thing. Like, you don't get like tripped up on details that you can't control, you know?
Sure, yeah.
I get kind of salty where it's like, oh my god, Renoir gave me the 2 slowest attacks, thanks game. Or Monolith or Manoka does relentless attack on me. I'm just like, come on, man. 7 seconds gone. It's kind of I wish I can kind of have that mentality where I don't care, because ultimately it doesn't matter. It's not something I can do anything about. You deal with what the game gives you.
Renoir 2 usually has 2 phases, but if on one character's single turn you reduce him from above the 50% threshold all the way to 0, the lion phase is skipped entirely. Yeah, and it has to be just one character has to push him from all the way from above 50% to 0, and CL is our champion. She is able to do that with all the damage buffs and with Shadowbringer, her gradient move, and Sealed Fate on the same turn. And with some shots as well. And also with Stormcaller. So Loon's going to cast Stormcaller in this fight, which means that every single hit that hits Renoir 2 will proc Stormcaller and deal even more damage. So once again, we're applying powerful, defenseless, and Renoir only gets 1 turn in this fight, I believe.
He gets 2.
Oh, he gets 2.
Yeah. Which is good for us. We get to build some gradient, like pairing.
What a jam.
Banger.
Both runners experiencing absolute cinema at the moment.
Absolute cinema.
One thing you have to be careful of here is to not overpush his damage. If you go, miss some shots, but it's fine. If you put him under half HP before CL's turn, he'll start doing the phase transition, and you're going to lose a lot of time. So we have to get as close to half as possible without actually pushing past the halfway point.
Yeah, even if he doesn't get a turn in between 2 characters' turns, like you can't push him below half with Verso and finish with CL. It's got to be CL, her turn, push him below half all the way to 0.
I think Gradient Attack is the only way you can get 2 turns in a row on them. I'm not sure if something like Cheater works. I've never tried it because it's very unreasonable to have it at this point. But that's why kind of... this is actually what introduced CL as like a damage dealer to the route, to be honest. When I was first looking at this, I was just going solo Lune and then like CL intervention every turn. And then when Jan and HBUP like posted their strats for this fight with CL damage, I'm like, well, if I'm going to use it for damage here, might as well use it for damage everywhere. And that's how CL kind of got her spot.
So fortunately being set up in crit HP for Renoir 2 means we're already set up for Paintress. Just got to do a little bit of menuing, and then they're ready. Take on the longest fight of the run by far.
The final boss of the run.
So with it being the longest, it's like, I think between all of its phases, it's like 1 million total HP that we have to go through, and we're still limited by the damage cap, so we're kind of using a culmination of everything that we've been using for damage output now between Lune, CL, and Verso support to its absolute max right now.
Look out! I'm ready.
Bring it on.
It's locked on me.
So yeah, both runners are going to have to lock in here. Might not be as much commentary as other parts of the run. You guys got this.
Thank you. I got pretty good luck at the start. I got 3 meters onto Verso, so we had C rank already, which lets me leadership without like getting rank with shots. There isn't much RNG in this fight. It's all pretty scripted. That's like one of the few points of RNG. The other is if you can build up Verso to S rank for final phase, and then the last like is final phase if you can get sorry, got a parry.
Yeah, you
The
can
last phase
choose
is,
to dodge some moves instead of parry. Or sorry, go ahead.
And the last phase, I'd say the only RNG is whether or not she heals Verso, making him lose his Death's Door in a critical moment, reducing your damage a little. The rest, it's all scripted, all skill expression. In terms of like dodging and parrying, the phase 1 dodges are all or parries, they're all very scripted. You can't really alternate here. We intentionally don't kill her here so we can finish with this counter.
Yeah, very important that you finish her with a counter at the end of phase 1. This allows you to get more turns at the start of phase 2. If you finish her before that counter, she'll get a whole extra turn at the start of phase 2, which means she will get the reality rip move off. Is that the one? Yeah. You normally
rips reality apart.
Yeah, that is a very long move, extremely long animation. We'd much rather would take the phase 1 move and finish her off instead of having to watch that at the end of phase 2.
On
So
top of
damage
that, we
is
also
mapped out perfectly for that here.
It's also we get to build the AP from parrying that move earlier, and I think with our current setup, it actually really messes up the turn order if we finish her too early. Like, to the point where it'd make the fight kind of broken. I think when I initially routed this, the fight still worked if you got the Rips Reality apart, but now how we have our speed set up, I think once we included Auto Rush, it just, like, you get really wonky turn order here. If you finish at the wrong time in phase 1.
Both runners on to phase 2. Neck and neck still.
This is genuinely one of the best races I've seen, and because of how close it is, like the entire way through.
Nice.
A testament to how good these runners are, honestly.
Yeah, and even with the weird things that happened early on in Act 1, both runners were able to stay cool, calmly execute some backups, and yeah, very seamless run ever since those hiccups in Act 1 from both runners.
Alright, so I did it a little bit different than what Vita's probably going to do there, in that I countered both her moves in phase 2, and that let me skip one Verso attack in phase 2. And that saves like maybe 2-3 seconds. But hey, why not? I actually got the perfect RNG for this fight. I got everything. I got no chance needed for leadership, I got S rank Verso, and I got no heal on Verso. Is that enough? If I kill the 6th hit here of Sealed Fate, it's a perfect fight. Ah, no, I didn't get enough crits of Verso.
Ah.
Dang. Oh well. It's still a fantastic fight. 404, Paintress not found.
Finishing phase 2 here. No,
Alright, thank you. Please clap.
You can't see it, but I'm clapping. You can't see it, but I'm clapping.
Thanks.
Okay, that should be my phase 2 done.
Nice.
Nice.
Let's go! Neither of us died to Paintress. That's an accomplishment.
Huge. Finishing strong. And not much can go wrong from here on out because in this route, Renoir 3 will not get a single turn. He just stands there and takes the stend hold.
Yeah, once we can break the damage cap, we no longer have to give enemies the luxury of playing the video game. Like, the biggest thing that stopped us from that before is just damage cap. Now, we can one-shot them, so... I don't think we have the stats for it, but something I did a lot casually is use Delaying Slash to also not let enemies play the game. I wonder if that's worth exploring at some point. Could be that new idea to explore.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember experimenting with it a little bit, and it was always finicky when we experimented with it early on, but I don't know, maybe could use a revisit.
Yeah, I guess it's hard to do without like Cheater, right? Because you need to apply the Foretell and then apply the Delaying Slash.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to rely on Gradient, probably. But CL has this move called Delaying Slash, which it's kind of finicky in terms of how it works, but if you use it right, it'll essentially delay the enemy's turn. And if you're fast enough, it'll delay it past her next turn, so then she can just do it again, and the enemy never gets to play.
There's no need to erase the canvas anymore.
He'll want you to.
Alright, nice. Got the whole menu in there. Another one of those cutscene menus. This is just prepping some of the pictos we need for the last fight, or last 2 fights of the run.
Yeah, I think we mentioned it, but Act 3 damage cap is lifted with a picto called Painted Power, so we'll be able to put that on Mael and essentially re-utilize Mael for the first time since Act 1. Both, with Painted Power and upping all of her stats, putting all the new pictos on, and Steindal, all of that together is going to make her a real big powerhouse that's going to make this strat on Renoir 3 is what we call this final boss, is it's just going to make it work so smooth, and we'll explain a little bit more on how that strategy works in a minute.
We have to.
Yeah, it's a really amazing strategy. A nice menu here as well from B-Dot. I call it the super great menu because the cutscene triggers like right by this super great.
Yeah.
Remember that if you ever learn the run, it's right by the super great. Here we're talking to all the party members. You have to talk to all the party members here and then start the greatest expedition of all time. And then we're headed to Lumiere once again to finish the run. I'll go ahead and talk about the strat actually a little bit. It's really cool. So in story Glitchless, we also cause Renoir 3 to not get any turns, but we do that by grabbing the shortcut Picto, which lets Mael get an extra turn once she's knocked into crit HP. And so she'll do Last Chance, which gives herself Virtuous Stance and like knocks her into crit HP, and then shortcut procs and gives her an extra turn. But in Expert Glitchless, Zero routed this in a way where we don't need shortcut to skip Renoir 3's turn. The first Stendhal will perfectly knock his HP to just above lethal, and then CL will cast Intervention on Mael, and she'll finish phase 1 with her gradient move, right?
Yeah.
Her gradient
Virtuous
move, which
Strike.
yeah, her Virtuous Strike, which will move her into Virtuous Stance. And gradient moves, you always get another turn after you use a gradient move, right? So the gradient move finishes him on phase 1, and then she immediately gets a turn in phase 2 because her gradient move finished phase 1, and she's in Virtuous Stance, and she just Stendhal's phase 2.
Sadly, like his summoning the canvas and the like power unleashed, they're like scripted. You can't skip him even if he's already dead. And trust me, I have tried. I've tried so hard to skip those moves. It just the game doesn't allow it. But it's about the best you can get. You finish the fight before he even summons the canvas. It's pretty cool. It's like he'll start summoning the canvas, but he's already dead.
Those are the two strongest things in the Expedition universe, that canvas and the Gustav's journal at the start of the run. Yeah. You have to stare at it for a good 6 seconds for some reason. Every run.
Yeah. Good times, good times. We've come a long way from that since that Gustav journal, haven't we?
Yeah. 07 to Gustav's journal. When the kids hear about his fate, they just leave it on the ground. At the end of Act 2. Yeah, so we're on the final run. Just like the Monolith, there's a bit of a run here. Not quite as long. But yeah, once again, it's just runners focusing on taking the tightest lines. Do you need any pickups here? Or you just book it straight to the merchant?
Just the merchant. If we're doing Verso ending, we can go for some Lumina, but we're doing my ending, right?
And that's just for the memes Verso ending.
Oh, we have it as an incentive for GDQ, so if you guys want to see the Verso ending there, you can donate for it. But the Verso ending is like a minute at least slower than the Mael ending. I had to route a strat for it just for GDQ. It's actually kind of cool, but...
That is cool.
I pretty much have to buy a weapon from the merchant for him because he doesn't have any good ones. And then we set up his HP with a skill called Overload, which takes him to 1 HP and takes him to A rank, gives him 9 AP. And that plus like the damage stuff we set him up with, puts him one shot of Berserk Slash. But the
There's
setup
enemy
work
you
is a
have
lot
to
more.
run past in this section. Beta's coming on it right now. It's not the scariest thing, but it's always a little bit scary.
It does help if you do the menu here for CL, because the monster, or the Nevron will be paused while you're in the menu screen, but because
But
I
you
do the
get the
jump,
jump off,
it
yeah.
keeps going forward. So it's a little bit less tight if you do that menu there. But yeah, early on, I definitely know of a lot of people that messed up runs.
Yeah. The big issue with that one is it's a chromatic, which is like a boss version of a normal enemy. We don't ever fight them in the speedrun, but you can't run from them. So you just have to reload a save if that happens, which loses you quite a bit.
So at the end here, we're going to be buying our final resplendent catalysts from the merchant, and we'll be upgrading the Medallum to a very specific level, and we'll have Mael's stats at a very specific level, so that her first Stendhal does not finish phase 1 immediately, and she's able to finish with her next move, as we were saying.
Yeah, it's very important to note that this does have to be really exact stat-wise, because again, we're gonna have to do like 750,000 damage here, and we can't go more than 10k over pretty much. Otherwise, yeah,
the whole strat falls apart if the first Stendhal actually kills him.
The problem is he'll get to move right away, and then he'll summon the canvas, and the canvas gives him shell. So even if you try to fix it by big playing and parrying and dodging, the defense buff is a major problem that you have to solve.
He's gonna get more than one extra turn, much more.
Yeah, and the thing is, Mael, we have inverted infinity for damage, which lasts only 3 turns. So if Mael gets another turn and she's not ready for the kill, your next Stendhal will not finish him. You will need to do multiple.
We also recoded, our Zero already recoded CL's speed here, to just max speed, so that she's able to get 2 turns before creation gets a single turn. So that he's able to set up crit HP on Mael and flee with CL before creation can do anything.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. Like I mentioned earlier, that every character in your party has to flee for a flee to go off. So CL actually interventions Mael, so she can get another turn in, because Mael is really slow. She's like Taito Minoko for speed at the bottom right now, 300-400. She's not getting a turn anytime soon. But with the intervention, she gets another turn, then CL's fast enough, she just gets another one naturally. Thanks to Auto Rush. That's one of the reasons that got worked in.
So in the fight before Mask Keeper, Verso and Loon die, so CL getting 2 back-to-back turns works. But here, Mael doesn't kill herself. She uses the last chance, and so she actually needs to get that flee check off. That's why Zero used the intervention and got the flee with Mael and then CL. And Zero's coming down the I guess second to last boss fight of the run. It feels like the last, because Verso goes down easy.
Yeah. Poor Verso with his fire weakness.
Notice how Zero, he perfected one of the QTs for Stendhal, and then did a success but not a fail for the second one, but not a perfect. Yeah, success but not a perfect, to do just the right amount of damage. And Mael has guaranteed crit, so we don't have to worry about crit RNG. We know as long as we do the perfect QT on one and the regular success on the second one, she will knock him to having about 10k HP or less left.
That was the biggest challenge in routing this version of the fight, is how do you do less damage in phase 1 so you don't kill him, but then still have enough damage to one-shot him in phase 2? Because there's stuff like, say, Augmented First Strike, which gives you more damage on the first hit, or Inverted, which gives you more damage for 3 turns. All the damage drops off the further you go. So that QTE was such a cool solution to it. You just fail the QTE, or not fail it, but not get a perfect to reduce your damage enough to make it work.
Easiest strat coming in from Beta right now, finishing phase 1 with the Miles Gradient move.
Beautiful.
Absolute cinema.
Absolute cinema.
Absolute cinema.
We're gonna have to bring out do the pose, the absolute cinema pose, at least 12 times or something.
Oh god. Oh hey, I golded that. Let's go.
GG's.
Okay. Yep. Nicely done.
Jeez. Well, we still got
Yep.
one quote-unquote fight left.
It's so funny how you finished phase 2, and then he summons the canvas, and then he dies. With the story glitch with strat, he summons the canvas first, and then you finish him, so it looks a bit more normal. But with how the gradient mechanics, like finishing him with the gradient move works, you just get the turn immediately, and then he summons the canvas, and then he does his KO animation.
Alright, I got time now.
GG 0.
Jeez. I'm guessing you're like entering Verso right now? Or like entering the duel?
Just his final attack on Renoir. Miles just about to strike him.
Nice.
Not this time.
GG's.
GG 0.
GG.
Thank you.
Just over 2 hours RTA. If you're checking out the leaderboard, though, by any chance, keep in mind we do this speedrun on load removed time. So, yeah. Do you have your splits running, Zero?
I did. They're not
like...
accurate at all because I didn't pause them for the breaks.
Yeah,
but
I thought so.
Yeah. I'm plus 16. I'm not doing so good.
yeah, but we were paused for many minutes. Yeah. Who knows? Vita's coming on the final encounter, and so the simple reason we use Mael instead of Verso and do her ending is because she's already set up. She has Stental, she has Painted Power, she has Virtuous Stance right away from the Medallum. As you were saying, it takes like a minute to set up Verso.
And even then, he does less damage. He just doesn't enough.
That's time.
GG.
GG.
That was close. Really good race.
Yeah,
we had a
race. Few mistakes in Act 1, but it all like still lined up together well between me and Zero. So it was actually really cool how close we ended up being for that. Yeah.
The Duelista lineup was sick.
Yeah, I can't wait to go back and watch the Duelist fight between both of us.
There were a lot of points where it synced up like that. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That was so much fun. That was one of the closest races I've ever seen here on the GDQ channel, and I can't wait for all of us to see it again next week at AGDQ. If you can believe that. Well, again, thank you so much, Beat5 and Zero, for being here today. Before we head out, is there anything y'all want to shout out? Personal plugs, Cooks of the community, anything you want to say before we head out for the night?
Yeah, I just want to shout out again AGDQ. It's coming up in our run's going to be 10 days from today. Me and Zero are preparing hard for it, and we're going to be gonna show you this, but hopefully with slightly better execution. But we'll see. Should be a good one. But yeah, I'll be streaming this week, just preparing for it, and yeah, I want to say thank you to Pete for helping us with the commentary and everything. It really helped a lot with us focusing on fights and stuff, and you provide a lot of input on stuff, so thank you for that.
Thank
Zero,
you. Yeah,
I
really enjoyed it.
Yeah, thank you, Pete. Zero, do you want to add anything?
Sure. I want to thank you guys for having us here on Hotfix and for AGDQ. Very much looking forward to that. Want to shout out my community. They're pretty cool. And the Expedition 33 community, also very cool people. If this is something you guys are interested in, join the Discord. You can find it on speedrun.com. And great place to learn. And I want to say thank you to Pete as well for joining us for commentary. It was great having you.
Yeah, it was a great time. And yeah, I highly recommend checking out the speedrun more. I'm going to be running this again soon. Zero and B-Dud running this a lot recently and for the next 10 days in prep for AGDQ, and definitely check that out. I'm very excited to see it. And yeah, please, it's a very welcoming community. And like I was saying at the start of the run, it's like the best FF since FF10, and it's a 2-hour speed run. It's as far as RPG speedrunning goes, it's a great first one to pick up if you're interested in that sort of thing.
All right.
Really agree with you.
Again, thank you all so much for that amazing showcase. Please, folks, if you are going to be watching Awesome Games Done Quick 2026, which you should, if you're you're going to be on site, please go check out this run and also the run of the other runners that we had earlier today. American Truck Simulator with Laszlo and Anarchy. Both of those runs are going to be at AGDQ 2026, and they're going to be amazing. I highly encourage anyone to check out all the new runs that they can at AGDQ, whether you're going in person or you're going to be seeing all of the festivities from home. Regardless, thank you all so much for tuning in to this episode of the Scenic Route tonight. Our next episode is actually going to be on January 22nd. It's on a Thursday, so stay tuned for that. We have a little bit of a change in schedule for Thursday, just for that one Thursday. Then we're going to go back to our regular scheduled program on Mondays. Don't worry. But with that being said, again, thank you all so much for watching. Stay tuned for a replay of Perilous Paths and, of course, this show, the Scenic Route, right after the break here. And, of course, return tomorrow while we come back again for more GDQ Hotfix at 7 p.m. Eastern for random number generation and then Game Masters. We have some amazing runs coming up over the next 2 days. Our week is going to be a bit shorter. We could be prepping for AGDQ, but don't worry, the content will still be amazing. With that being said, I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your night. I will see you in the next episode on January 22nd. Watch GDQ Hotfix and, of course, watch AGDQ 2026 next week and help us raise money for the Prevent Cancer Foundation. I'll see y'all around. Bye.